Scared me. Okay, welcome in everyone. Today is Saturday, and it is also the day to break monotony. Oh my audio is bad. Hmm. Damn. I don't know if this is good. Okay, it is kind of good, but like it gets bad when I'm speaking, I guess. I don't know. Sorry. Mm. How's this? don't get it. I don't get how the settings here work. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I'm back, and today we're gonna play another visual novel, which is definitely not a dating sim. It's called Autumn Spirits, and it is very psychological. I should maybe add a trigger warning, but I think Twitch might have automatically done that. So let's get right into it. Start. Clarice, no, I am Hope. Save it. This is also made in Renpai, so that's interesting. It's a weird feeling, really. Being overwhelmed by the calm. I don't think I have ever been overwhelmed by the calm. Hold on. The audio settings need to be changed a bit, I think. Or like, I need to... Oh. I don't know why I'm like breaking, sort of. Anyways, I think this should be fine though. Like this much audio. Return. So, being overwhelmed by the calm. I feel like you guys can't hear the music at all. No. Like barely. Alright, chapter 1, a good place to start. It's what just happened? It's a weird feeling, really. Being overwhelmed by the calm. You get so used to the noise, the rush, the bright colors, the flashes, everywhere, always. Yeah. It becomes a part of your life. I really like the music and this wholesome background. It's really cute. I think that is a distinct characteristic of human life. You can adapt to pretty much anything to an extent. That is true. But that does not mean that something is part of your life. That something that is part of your life can't be a pain. In my case, what adapting meant was something along the lines of suffer through. Usually that is sadly what it means. Big words don't change the fact. Big words doesn't change the fact that the soft wail of the wind in the leaves feels so unnatural to me that I feel like I'm under attack. Soft wail of the wind. I think that kind of wind would like, yeah, it yeah, might make me uneasy, but at the same time comfort me, cause like I guess I don't know. I thrive in chaos, I guess. Every cracking branch. Angu, hi, welcome in. How are you doing? It has been a while. How's everything been? You haven't been streaming. When are you coming back? I miss you. This is another visual novel. It is not a dating sim. I promise. This month is not about dating sims. It's a loners month for me. So, it's actually about anxiety and trauma. And so yeah, it's like very psychological and supernatural because there's a ghost in it. How's life treating you? Hope I got some free time tomorrow, so I'll be streaming. That's perfect. I love that. Life has been okay, I guess. I had my therapy session yesterday? Yes, yesterday. And as you can see, I'm still as forgetful as ever. And I started doing like a 3-month certificate course, psychology related. It's a personal counseling certificate course. Yes. So I feel like it might help me decide what I really want to do with my life, which I have no clue about. So yeah, that's how life has been. Yeah. I hope everything works out. Me too, me too. What about you? What are your plans, like, for the near future? Okay, every cracking branch, every rustle, every fucking bird shriek is raising an alarm in my city life trained brain. Interesting. I'm trying to imagine myself in her position right now. Cracking branch. And I mean, it looks kind of like bright, so I'm assuming it's not a dark environment, so it shouldn't be too scary. But I guess if you're alone in a forest, it could still be scary, because like, who is that? Next weekend I have a little vacation. That sounds really fun, actually. And besides that, looking for a new job, which is very hard at the moment. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the job market. It's wild in there. But I hope you find a job that is nice. Or easier, at least, on mental health. Okay, I will get used to it, and while I'm not, it sure won't stop me from discovering everything there is to see. I am not too sure if we're talking about the forest here. Huh. Thank you, Hope. How have streams been? What have I missed? You actually haven't missed much, because this month I haven't been streaming a lot. I've like only streamed on Saturday and Sunday. I was playing Angels of Death, which is an RPG. It's very psychological, and like I love the anime that is based off of it. So I'm really excited to finish that game, because like I'm also making, or like trying to make a blog on one of the characters. I feel like it's taking too long for me to actually sit and do that, so maybe I should make a blog about something I don't really have to research about too much. For my first blog at least, because for this one I have to like research the character a lot and like get into the story. So like I'm gonna play this game, see if I can find out more about the character. And then there's manga that I want to read about it, so, and then additional research. Oh, I don't know if you know, but I'm kind of working on making a visual novel of sorts myself. So that's one thing you might have missed. And and I made a silly decision that I don't regret of publishing a compiled version of my some of my writings. Oh, please keep me updated, of course. We'll do that. Actually, you're not in my server, right? I think I will update about it there with like the progress and everything. Hold on. What was my and wait. Of course, that's so simple. You posted your writings? Yeah, published them, kind of. Think I ever knew you had one? I do have one. Oh, why is it not working? What the heck? Did I type it right? And that's the spelling. How? I'll just share the link, hold on. And yeah, it's like $1 ebook out on Amazon. I published it like on 30th July because I was like, I need to do something. I need to get something out there, like do it. So that's what I did. I have to say though, I could have done way better with the description of it. I invited you on Discord, so. Wait, the land was mine. This is her place now? That's cool. It's cool as hell. Or my place, because I'm the one playing it. I will get used to it, and while I'm not, it sure won't stop me from discovering everything there is to see. The land was mine, and now that I'm settled, I intend to see what I only just glimpsed. Wow, I'm excited. That quiet and serene beauty, something you wouldn't even put on a postcard, because it would be too cliché. That is really beautiful. Oh, we get into the game finally. What is that? It's like a watchtower of sorts? That's also you might have some questions to like answer. I don't think I took that off yet. I was supposed to, I might have, but I don't remember. Joined now. Perfect. Yeah, it's not very active because like I'm kind of antisocial. So yeah. But I try to text or like update whenever I can over there. That's exactly what I was looking for. A simple scenery would deem overused the textbook nature. Huh. Same for my perfect. Bob Ross painting. A Bob Ross painting with happy little trees everywhere because they all have a friend. I am not sure we're talking about nature anymore. It feels like that's what I need. Yeah, a support system is essential. That's kind of what I realized in one of my personal counseling classes. So, that's fun. So, do you have any plans for today, Anbu? Like anything special you're doing? Or not special? Sometimes I feel a little ridiculous. I am still young-ish. Yeah, you are. Also, pretty as hell, her eyes. What? The detail. It's crazy. You know, I've been just like playing these visual novels and realizing that they're all made with Renpai, and I'm like, god damn, what? How the fuck? Like, this is made with Renpai. There was another game, Dark Knights, which I fucking love. That's made with Renpai, and I'm like, oh, that's a standard that I won't be able to meet. I mean, I've been 30 for 3 years already. And when I pass by kids on the street, I hear and discover words that I wish were allowed at Scrabble. Because god fucking damn it, they would be worth a lot of points. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, maybe I don't have a place among the young, but I'm not too old. Hey, if your spirit's young, why not? It depends how young though, like under 18, no, sadly. And yet, I often feel like I'm burdened, crushed by the weight of everything. And I think I have broad shoulders. Okay, this is just. I survived medical school after all, and 5 years in surgery on top of that. Being in surgery or doing surgery? What? What? I'm not the toughest there is, but I can handle life. I firmly believe that I can. I mean, if you're 30, yeah, hats off to you, like, good job. I can adapt. Wow. I can suffer through. Yeah, that's kinda sad. I've been looking for new games to play for when I come back, and I found a few. So I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, what are some of those games? Can you spell? Uh, I've actually also been playing a lot of horror. Okay, maybe not a lot. Maybe not a lot, but I'm trying to play lots of horror games to like record them, and like I have this idea that I want to go through with of like uploading a horror game video every day in October on like YouTube. Whoa, no have. That's crazy. Why have you not? Thank you for the sub, but why have you not had food or slept? Go get some food. At this point, I just know that's what you haven't done. But how are you doing, Junkie? How's your day been? Can you like hear the music of this game? No, that's crazy. You like how I know what you're gonna ask? No, it's like a thing between us now. I'm always gonna ask that, and you're always gonna say that. Well, it's going now. I hope it gets better. Heartworm. I think I've heard of that. I've been wanting to play for a while and it came out this month. Also, I'm getting back into YouTube as well, so I'll be joining you. Whoa! Hell yeah! That's amazing! I love that. I'm excited to see some of your horror videos. Uh, Junkie, what are your plans for today? You gonna eat, sleep? Also, Anbu, there's like new Faz update. I think we might have talked about it actually. There's a new Faz update where they've added new interactions and devices apparently. I also read about a new map, but I looked today and I couldn't see any new maps. I'm like, maybe that was fake. But interactions definitely. Suffer through. That was that realization that made me go, you know what? Fuck that. Hell yeah, you slay. Had dreams, money, a car, and a strong desire to fuck off. That's perfect. You're gonna slay life now. Hopefully. Grafton? Oh, first Bleasdale, now Grafton. Okay, okay. Grafton got an update as the new map. Okay, I see. Just waiting for me. You wanna play Faz after this? I've been playing Faz more often because of a friend and I'm still bad, but if you wanna play some games, I do indeed! When are you free? Like, when do you have time though? Because I want to play the new update stuff, I just don't want to play them alone. Because that'll get me into like nostalgia and I'll end up crying and having not a good time, so like I don't want that. Just call me. Okay, will do. Today I was significantly less of the second. Huh? Less of the second, none of the fourth, and a load of the first. I have dreams. Not a lot of money. And what? What of the fourth? Return? You know what, go ahead and go. Less of the second, less money. Oh, no desire to fuck off. But a lot of dreams, okay. Okay, that's good, I mean, I guess partly good, I don't know. I don't know about that. Strolling the weirdly stressing woods of calm and quietness is a great way to feed my artistic monster. I would love to be in that place right now, like, that is so cozy. Even at night, like, hell yeah, I'm down. I'm already envisaging all the photos I could take, composing images in my brain. That is so me. That is so me. Mostly pictures of trees and squirrels, though. Valid. I would be like, I'm gonna dress up as scary as I can, or like a witch, and then take photos at night or stuff. You can message me whenever, and if I'm free, I'll hop on. Perfect. Nice music. Might have to lower the audio though. Yeah, gotta lower the audio for this. Okay. Why does she kinda look teary-eyed though? Like, is it just me, or do you guys think she's looking teary-eyed as well? That's not really Life magazine's top photograph material, but you have to start somewhere. I mean, it's Life magazine, right? So that's life. And they are so cute with their little hands, especially when they're eating. How could you not? That is so true. Squirrels are cute as hell. Whoa! Yeah, this was done in Rentai. Okay. I almost jump in surprise, lowering my gaze to my feet to see nothing. Oh, a ghost dog? That was funny, okay. How? The bark felt really close, just in front of me. And yet, when I look and turn around, I see nothing. Wow. Ghost shenanigans already. Not even 30 minutes in game, to be honest. No dog, not even a trace of one. Oh. I stare at the bushes near me and look for something, the end of a tail wagging beneath the branches, or a leash pulled away from me. They made it really interactive. I even lift my gaze and
Drink water.
Thank you. How are you doing, Mika? How's your day been? Did you eat? Did you drink water? Okay. I drank water. Thank you for the hydrate, Mika. I even lift my gaze and try to spot an angry owner rushing towards me while yelling something. Something along the lines of a bloody dog can't stop itself from running away. Sorry, ma'am. Hope the damn rascal didn't disturb you. But no. There was no owner, no leash, no tail, and no dog. My god, we're hallucinating. Being alone is getting to us. Gosh. Must have been. There's a song that has that as a lyric. I love it. And yet, there must be one. Oh? Oh my god, how did they do that? How did they do that? There was okay, there must have been something though. Miko tired and I just ate. How are you? I'm okay. I played a lot of Minecraft earlier today, so I'm chilling today. If you're tired, you should get some rest, Mika. Could it be that I imagined the sound of a bark, or that something didn't register properly in my brain and the only response it found was opening the doggo folder? Huh, that's interesting. It's an interesting way to look at it. She's so cute. It wouldn't be entirely possible. That folder does occupy a big chunk of my brain. I don't think that's what happened though. What do you think happened? I know what I heard. I don't know if I should call that intuition or not, but my good boy senses are tingling. Good boy sense. And I do not doubt myself when it comes to good boy senses. What? Interesting. I look around a bit more carefully, checking under the bushes. Searching behind me on the path, even whistling a little to get a reaction. Nothing, but maybe behind that tree there could be. Well. Aha! The exclamation crossed my lips before my mind even registered it. I definitely didn't hallucinate the first one. There was a dog, and it was a bit further away this time. A few meters in front of me, I would say. I see. I know, dogs, stray or not, can be dangerous. For all I know, some could even be feral around here, and it would be in my best interest to turn around and go back home. But for some reason, I'm not afraid. Don't step on them, hope none of that. That's crazy. I'm not gonna step on dogs. Not good dogs. That's crazy. Why would you step on dogs anyway? They'd like bite you. I don't want to be bitten. And it's not nice. I can't really explain why, but even without seeing its most probably cute face, I can feel it has no ill intentions. Okay, that's good. On the contrary, its bark echoes through me like a laugh. Oh. It's something nice, gentle, and playful. I'ma trust your intuition. By closing my eyes, I can almost instantly picture a big dog running around me. Oh. Why can't I skip this? That's a little... Can I skip it? Oh, why? Why? Go back. I have never played it. Why can't I skip it? What? Its mouth wide open with its big tongue swirling around, making it look like the pure and gentle idiot it must be. Yeah, advancing towards the bark is the right course of action, I'm sure of that. Surely nothing wrong could go wrong with a ghost dog running around. So I let him guide me, and when I get to what I believe is the spot where it came from, I instantly hear another one. This time, it's even further away in the trees, and while looking for a way to go to it, I spot an old path, almost taken over by the vegetation. I don't know if we should go, like it could be a shapeshifter. I would have noticed it if the dog hadn't brought my I wouldn't have noticed it if the dog hadn't brought my attention to it. I see. The way it went to the left and down, that's nice. Nice. God. As I am treading on the uneven ground and getting scratched by thorns, I can't help but understand that this dog is leading me somewhere. Yeah, hopefully it's not to our death. And again, as this thought gets clearer in my brain, I am bombarded by alarm signals, even in every aspect of me that is rational. Yeah. Feel like if you weren't alarmed, that would be a little weird. Whatever I'm doing is not a smart decision. Following a dog, I don't know, that I can't even see, and which seems to be leading me deeper into the woods. Maybe I really should turn back. I still feel at ease when I consider the dog's intentions, but I can't really ignore what this situation is becoming. Yeah, you definitely should not go alone at least. Go with someone. I'm not an explorer. I just wanted to look around the house for a bit and go a bit further into the forest this time. Now that I know about this hidden path, I would remember it, and coming back tomorrow would be safer. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Fuck that. Alright. I thought we had none of the fourth, but I guess we do, huh? The barks keep leading me, but it doesn't stray away from the path. For a few minutes, I only have to keep on track until I hear something else. A distant faint noise, easy to recognize. The sound of water. Okay. The dog leads me in that direction, and it seems to be getting more and more excited. You can see the dog now, not just hear it. Oh. But it takes me a few seconds to fight my way against the thorns, pushing away a curtain of bushes to reveal a waterfall. Sounds like a TV malfunctioning. I hope that's not too loud though. Wow. Uh-huh. A waterfall at a little lake, turning into a small river coursing its way to the other side of the clearing surrounding it. Imagine owning a place with this. Wow. It's crazy. It's gorgeous. Small, secluded, calm. This is everything I hoped I could find in a place like this. A place I want to see, to feel, to photograph, to immortalize even. Honestly, yeah. So, why do I feel my joy fading away as I step closer and closer to the water? Oh no, we're getting uneasy now. With each step, the beauty of this place seems to get, I don't know, sinister? I'm gonna lower the audio. I think it's sounds. I'm not sure it's music. Let me see if this is better. Hold on. Sounds better. Sounds better. Okay. I read that. Or maybe something else. A sort of sadness is bathing the whole place, as if the sun got just a little colder. The forest got just a little darker. It's setting now, the sun, but this feeling hits deeper. And the more I think about it, the more I... Where did the dog go? Who knows? It led me here, but the second I stepped in the clearing, it stopped feeling its presence. Oh, wait, is that a frog? I don't think so. More than that, the quiet and joyful sensation that made me reckless enough to follow it was gone, disappearing like an exhausted laugh. Damn, now I feel the complete opposite. Unwanted. Watched. That's weird. Hello? Anybody here? The silence stretches, and stretches with no answer. Figures. I don't want to leave, precisely because I get the feeling that something here wants me gone. You know, yeah, that is so me. But like, I would also kind of respect it. Cause like, if you don't want me there, I'm gonna leave. Find somewhere else or be on my own. But I have to be a bit smarter. I just know it, indeed, yeah. The sun is dipping closer to the horizon and the temperature is starting to drop. You should play it safe and come back tomorrow, I think. Like, that would be safer. I feel like I was brave coming here, but staying now would be... Yeah, especially in the dark. It's not what you should do, especially alone. Well, let's be kind towards myself and say it wouldn't be the wisest choice I've ever made. We're self-aware. Let's go. With small steps, I leave, going back to the hidden trail. I feel like we're not gonna find the trail, the end of the trail now. I don't know, we'll see. Along the way, I feel invisible eyes on me, piercing my back as the sound of the waterfall fades. Oh, we found our way back, wow. And it does not take me long to reach the main path. I feel the oppressing sensation withering away. Okay, there is something about that clearing, and yeah, I'll definitely be back. I will come back tomorrow. Whatever it is, whatever caused that weird sensation, I will see to the bottom of it and find an explanation. Personally, I would have been like, I would probably come back, but this is a game, right? I don't have to overthink. I can just do it, and I'm not tired in the game. I won't get pressured away from my own land by some weird invisible presence. Hell yeah, there you go. Sorry about the train, I swear it's always when this happens. A strange photo, I think was the chapter's name, or presence? Taking that first photo is really not about the picture itself. That's just so pretty. So pretty. It's about telling the whole universe that I'm back and that I won't be so easily repelled. Hell yeah! Look at her, the determination. Nice. A little sadness in the cold air was enough to trouble me yesterday, but a good night's sleep is the best medicine for your everyday problems. True. I guess. In a way, I mean, you sleep and you're just not here, you don't know anything, you're just gone. Not that I actually slept very well. Last night was akin to every other for the last, what, 10 years, more or less? Interesting. It's hard getting my 8 hours of rest every night, no matter what time I go to sleep. I would stay sane, but like, I haven't been sleeping on time. I've like turned into a bat now, so I have nightmares pretty much every time. It's nothing too serious. I don't dream of getting chopped up each time I close my eyes. It's just about life going wrong. I get lost in a place I'm supposed to know. I mess up a simple surgery. Oh, she was doing the surgery. She wasn't in the surgery. I forget how to speak in the middle of an important speech. I lose my teeth sometimes. So, oh, okay. This is about anxiety then. You know, I actually did a course on dream interpretation, dream analysis, yeah. And that was really cool, and that had something about teeth falling out in it, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe I should revise. But, I mean, to be fair, I don't even have to read that, because what she said sounds very like anxiety. That's what happened last night. I dreamt that something was stuck in my mouth and I found a string. I thought it was a surgical thread and I started to, oh no, pull it? No, that's gruesome. I shut my eyes. I don't want to think about it. It's already haunted my nights. I don't need it to haunt my day too. Honestly, valid. I get it. Let's just look at this beautiful scenery. And it is falling down. My god, the effort. Damn. I take a long breath in comparison to the dread I felt waking up. This place feels warm, even when I remember the temperature dropping yesterday evening, which is a strange situation. Indeed. But right now it's fine, until the temperature drops. When you have to choose between leaving your mind to its own devices and going back to the beautiful but eerie place that doesn't want to accept your presence, I think you're not really supposed to conclude, yeah, let's go to the grumpy waterfall. I mean, why not? It's pretty and calming even if it's grumpy and scary. That's like me saying I want red flags. Besides, the place seems a tad more peaceful than yesterday. Okay. They're getting used to you, it seems. I still feel that fuck off energy, but it's softer, more distant, like they're minding their own business and you're minding your own. That's cool. I'm still not welcome, but if I were to hazard a guess, I would say that shooing me away would be too much of a bother for whatever is lurking here. Yeah, that would seem to be the case. I mean, if there even is something out there. Why do you look sad? Why do you... Okay. Maybe there is. Oh, you're worried now. Oh, there probably isn't. Interesting. I'm gonna go with that, but I don't know why she's so smiley on the other one when she looked sad on the thought of there not being anyone. That's weird. I can't say for sure what is and isn't around, but to be honest, I truly believe there is something here that eludes my comprehension. Indeed. I'm not a superstitious woman, but I'm also not an emotional one either. And what I felt yesterday, I have never quite experienced it before. Ooh, spooky. That's not enough for me to proudly say, oh yeah, must be the aliens. But I can entertain a reasonable doubt. It can be something, maybe even a... What are those called? The ones that like just get in your house and live there? Squatters. A squatter. It could be a squatter. And as it is, I reasonably doubt there isn't something here. Whatever the reason for yesterday's rejection, today is definitely more accommodating. I mean, it was the first time of you coming here, so like nobody really knew you and you didn't know anybody, so I feel like that is bound to happen. Especially if it's a spirit, which, as per the game's description, it should be. It's still a bit colder than the rest of the forest, and I can feel the weight of being watched. But we are off to some progress, indeed. It's not piercing you. Now, to test some things, I mean, to explore the clearing for artistic reasons, but for starters, I want to investigate the place, okay? Yeah, that's valid. No matter what is going on here, there might be some clues. If this is an elaborate prank, there might be a big air conditioner hidden somewhere around here. A big air conditioner, god damn. That would have to be really, really powerful to work in an open space. Oh, she's smiling. That's so cute. And I would be in a Scooby-Doo episode, but that's a vastly different issue. Yeah. So I start looking for clues of any sort, starting my investigation from the waterfall, gradually expanding the circles I trace while walking with my back hunched. Thank you for reminding me that my back is hunched too. If only I had a magnifying glass, what would that do? It quickly appears that in a forest, pretty much anything looks like a potential clue if you don't know what you're looking for. True, I think that's like the case for every place, not just a forest. A broken tree branch might be a clue. Someone might have stepped on it, maybe the wind, or an animal, exactly. That tree with strange markings. Someone may have tried to climb it and observe me from above, or a deer could have rubbed his antlers against the trunk. Or it could have been previous owners that did their marking and it meant something to them. Who knows? That candy wrapper? Could be, but then again, even though this place is secluded, that is sadly not the first trash I stumbled upon since I got here. The wind could have carried it. It must have been the wind. These footprints. Okay, now I think we're getting somewhere. It's pretty far from the center of the clearing, so it should belong to someone who was observing the scene. Indeed, someone with what? Somewhat little feet and not very heavy, or maybe not. My only knowledge about hunting comes from books and movies. That's like my knowledge about career and life. But it's clear someone was there. And probably not too long ago. It rained last week, so I reckon it would have washed away the footprints. Probably. And yeah, it should have. My only move is to try and follow them, and it quickly appears that they don't seem to lead me anywhere, as if they were just going in circles in the... How much of an idiot can I be? What? These are my own footprints. I've been I had a feeling like maybe that was hers, but goddamn, stellar work, Hope. Yeah, stellar work, guys. Okay, let's just conclude that there are no visible clues, and that I'm just wasting my time if I keep looking around. I wonder just how entertained the ghost was by this sight. Beautiful. I'm not here as a supernatural investigator, I'm here to take pictures, and that's what I'm going to do. Hell yeah. Not accounting for the embarrassment of being half-wit. I'm comfortable enough to stroll around and take some photos. Really pretty photos, might I add. It's nothing great so far, just me scouting and playing with the natural light. Waiting for some nice reflection on the water, a dim ray of sunlight piercing through the trees, a nice breath of wind bending a tree in a beautiful way. Oh yeah, very creative. Even for some basic shots, it takes me a while, especially because of my camera. Huh, I see. It's an old one, a Polaroid, but I don't think even my mom owned one when she was young. Okay. Okay, I do have a modern camera and a good one at that, but I'm attached to this old thing. That's so real. I get attached to so many things as well. Like, my older phone of like, I guess 5 years now, it's dead. I swear to God, it's dead. It's like screen is broken, its display is dying. But I'm still using that over the new phone that I got like a month ago. Because my old phone was breaking. Like, I hate the new phone. I don't want it. I want to use my older one. I'm so attached to it. There's so many things in it. Like, I know I could transfer, and I did transfer and all that. But like, it's my phone. It's been there for 5 fucking years. I read that. Hearing it burping out the picture I just took always brings a smile on my face. I also have a Polaroid camera. I love it. I haven't used it much though, so there's that. I don't know. I guess I just find it funny and delightful. I press a button, I hear a click, then the screeches of thousands of ink goblins painting what they saw. Oh, ink goblins. That's interesting. And poof, I get a picture. It's a really nice way to think of it. I'll come back later with better equipment, but what I have now is enough. I only came here for a handful of reasons, to scout the place, and no expensive hardware was needed for that. True, cause like what if while you're scouting you fall and break the expensive equipment, you know? Hardware, my bad. Then, to convince myself that I could face the cold dread floating in the air and having my favorite camera was a great comfort. Yeah, I get that. I wonder if she's gonna come back at night. That would be crazy if she does. I also took the liberty to pack some chocolate in my pocket. Comfort food has never let me down. That's tacos for me. And finally, I wanted to get an idea of how much this place would be able to help me. Interesting. How effective of a remedy it would be to, like, forget about life. I guess I still think like a doctor, which is not a bad thing in itself. Only that it's not how I want to live my life anymore. Okay. I want to focus on my feelings, on art, on something other than fixing what I can save. But technically, isn't art a bit similar to that? Well, I guess that would be if you're a perfectionist like me. Something other than fixing what I can save. That's good. It feels a bit selfish, and maybe it is. No, it's not. But I want to work on fixing myself, and that's how I'll feel better. You took that, or like it just happened? What happened? And speaking about feeling better, I don't. Am I missing something? Do I not see something? What happened? I didn't notice it at first, but now the air is getting colder and thicker, just like yesterday. Oh no, it probably started slow enough that I wouldn't even acknowledge it, but now it was like walking in a pool. Even if you don't really notice the resistance at first, there comes a moment where you can't keep walking and breathing at the same time. And I just passed that point. It was the same feeling as last time. Now, what I have to do is obvious. I have to leave. I must retaliate. No, I'm gonna ignore this time. Let's ignore, guys. You know, don't feed into it. Nope, I wasn't noticing anything. I don't feel any cold. And I surely was not under the impression that I was being watched by an angry bystander. And I had already, what? It's been an hour? That's crazy, I didn't even realize. Okay, let me read the chat recap, and then I'm gonna drink some water. Basically, we're taking a break for like 20 minutes. The chat's been eerily quiet, but the spirits of Autumn Spirit linger. Ghostly whispers of past games and chilling tales await as we dwell into the spectral side of gaming. Stay tuned for more supernatural shenanigans. Stay tuned indeed. Alright, I'm gonna actually have some green tea instead of water. Cause why not? A haunted chat is crazy hashtag. I'm back. Okay. Let us continue now. I think the ads should be about to end. Are they? Oh, we still got a minute. It's okay. You know what they say, fake it till you make it, indeed. That's how you gotta. Oh my, look at that angle right here. It is really beautiful. I have an amazing view of the waterfall. How about another picture? I have all the time I need after all. I'm actually expecting something to appear in the photos because that's how it usually goes with horror and photos, you know? The photo is out and I resist the urge to shake it vigorously. It's like blowing in a cartridge. Everyone did it. But that's actually damaging. Oh, okay. I see. It's a nice one, and even if it wasn't, I'll take every shot here as a personal victory for staying longer in a place that I felt scared for my life. Yeah, I get it. Oh wait, it's not really a nice one actually. There's a stain right in the middle of it. Oh yeah, there sort of is. I thought that was just the lightings. Huh. I didn't see it at first glance. Shit, I hope there isn't a stain on the lens. I didn't bring any wipes with me. I don't like brushing it off with my clothes. Once or twice is okay, but if I do it too often, I would end up getting scratches on the glass. Oh, I see. I inspected closely, and nothing. Well, that's good. But what is that bluish spot on my photo? A bluish spot? What? Oh, yeah, that, I guess. I wouldn't really say it's blue though. It does look like a phase of sort. Maybe I'm just seeing things. I take a closer look. There definitely is something there. Maybe a weird reflection? Could be. Let's just try and take another one. Now it's gonna be even more clear. The angle isn't the same, so it probably won't be visible, but hey, no one can expect a perfect result when conducting an experiment. That is true. There is always some variation. Oh, it was! I wasn't seeing things. There is always some variation, even when you strive to do things perfectly. That's how science works. The important part is that you do the experiment and that you are through with your... what in the actual fuck? The spot is there, but even bigger this time. About twice the size. I'm positive that there was nothing to see when I looked through the lens. I'm gonna go back and actually see if that was the thing that is this, or if I was just like tripping. Okay, no, it was the thing. Okay. Yep. It might just be the sun ganging up on me, joining the clearing in its bizarre bullying. I don't think so, love. I'm not a light expert, but that's something you study for a short while when you attend medical school. And based on my little experience on the subject, there shouldn't be any reflection from that angle. Yeah. Let me just shake it vigorously this time. Oh yeah, I have to see if I'm right. It's definitely a ghost. I need to, because if that's not the light playing weird tricks to my depressed mind, I don't know what it is. And this idea, combined with all of the bad feelings bottled in that place, that is a recipe for shit. Uh-huh. It's bigger. It's getting closer. I don't want to say what I think. I don't even want to think what I think, but I can't help but think it. It really looks like a face. You can't stay. Why not? Why not? Tell me why not. Sir, this is a private property. That's a nice chapter name. You can't stay. I jumped, dropping both the photo and the camera. Oh no, luckily the ladder is strapped. Okay, they got to my neck. and I only feel a little tug on my skin. It doesn't reassure me though. If only it makes me even more conscious of my neck and my cold and abnormally sweaty skin. That's where the voice came from. Behind me. But okay, interesting, whispered right into my bloody ear. But of course there isn't anyone here, no man or woman, although it sounded more like a man. And why would there be anyone? I'm alone. I established that time and time again. Wow, that was not how again is pronounced, but okay. What was the argument supporting another person's presence? Just a feeling, a flimsy impression that I was somehow being watched. It was your intuition that was supporting it. So no, that voice can't be an actual voice. I'm simply tired because I slept like shit. Yeah, it's the sleep-deprived hallucinations. Plus, I am in a whole new environment, so I'm impressionable. And I clearly feel so alone that the first thing my rotten brain is imagining is a goddamn invisible dog and some creepy disembodied voice. You know, that is definitely how your brain can trick you. Whispering right into my ear, giving me shivers, making me even feel a cold gust of air scratching my skin. I am done. I will just go home, take some pills, and sleep, and when I come back tomorrow, because I will, everything will start to make sense again. I'm not myself today, and I just need to leave. Yes. But I almost jump again when I hear that sound, and I immediately berate myself. That's just the sound of paper. Calm down, Hope. You're not a doe. What's a doe? That's a water animal, right? Like, kind of like a swan. I don't know, for sure. I don't know, I'm shut up. What even is that? Oh yeah, the picture. With the spot that, I mean, does it even look like a face? Am I just seeing things? Am I about to see Jesus' face on every burnt toast? Oh my god. Yeah, sure, if you look at it that way, it really looks like a face, but when you flip the image, it looks like a face. Like anything, let's go with that. Like something else, or even nothing from what I can tell. Yeah. Actually, hold on though, I should save it there. Because it might change the ending of it. Wait. Wait. Can I not go back? What? Huh? Like anything. Yeah, like something else, or even nothing from what I can tell. Why would a weird reflection of sunlight look like anything real or recognizable? It's just nothing, some irregular and random shapes that my tired brain is interpreting as a face. The human brain has a great capacity to see faces where there aren't. That is true though. Like, look at that. That could be a face. Could be a face. We're just built that way, for real. We're just built weird. It's evolutionary design, as we are social creatures, which most specifically interact with our own kind. Recognizing faces is of great importance, and I'm bad at that. I'm so bad at remembering faces, it's crazy. Like, I don't even pay attention to like people's faces, so I guess that's why. It's so well known and documented, it even has a name. What? Facial... Oh. Pareidolia? Pareidolia? Okay, facial pareidolia. Not the most fun kind of... What even is that thing? I've never heard of that. Pareidolia, which is about finding something where there is actually nothing to find. I'm gonna use that term now. That's a good one. But that's hallucination, right? What does this mean? Hold on. Pareidolia. I'm also gonna pronounce it, just, you know. Pareidolia. The tendency to perceive a meaningful image or pattern where none actually exists. A pattern, okay. Scientific sources say it's a psychological phenomenon where our brains designed to quickly recognize patterns in faces, misinterpret random stimuli as familiar shapes or objects. This can lead to seeing faces in clouds, religious figures, and what? Food or other recognizable forms of everyday objects. But that doesn't say anything about audio though, so that has to be hallucination, right? If you have, sure, So, interpretation on an appealist, stimulus, usually visual. Usually, okay, I guess it could be. That is so weird then. Like, not everyone can see that? Like Audrey pareidolia, which can be fun when associated with music, like hearing Lorde sing, "You can call me Green Bean." Okay, isn't that like a part of audio processing issues? I just had a bad case of both of them, auditory and facial. Shit happens, or it's probably just stress and... True. I told you to leave. I freeze and then shudder, but this time I managed to stay a bit more composed. It wasn't a pareidolia. And I really don't know how, because there is no way to escape what just happened. No bullshit excuse or some getaway theory. The voice was right in front of me, talking right to my bloody face, and there is no mistaking that. Sure, the rational part of my brain is telling me that there must be a down-to-earth explanation, but it's also telling me that I don't have what it takes to figure it out myself. Like they say, you know, never ghost hunt alone, never airbags alone, stuff like that. So, back to the basics, I guess. Yeah? Indeed. Oh. Why should I leave? Hello? Who's there? Show yourself. Okay, let's go with that. She's feisty over there. Show yourself. Oh, it's appearing. What? I had every right to be assertive too. Who starts a conversation? Hidden or invisible, for that matter. True, that is true. Or maybe they can't render themselves visible again. Maybe. Oh no, did I tell someone you can't get out of invisibility? Or has no corporeal form to show themselves? Is that offensive? I don't know, love. I feel like it could be. It could be, yeah. You don't ask someone in a wheelchair to stand up when you greet them after all. That is true. I stand in silence for a few seconds, waiting for an answer. Answer that never comes. Not in speaking terms anyway, but I can feel a presence. Stronger than ever before. I can see it too. It's right in front of me. There's no mistaking it. I squint my eyes. Ooh, it's getting more visible. I can start to see something like a blur in my eyes, just as if a drop fell right into my pupil. And then I hear it again. Leave this clearing and never come back. Why? I have done things against my better judgment for quite some time now, and I feel like I'm about to add another one to that list. Hell yeah, I am! This thing, whatever it is trying to boss me around so that I run away. Ordering me around like I'm an intern again, and now that the shock is wearing off, a question is standing out in my brain. Why on earth should I do as it says? Exactly. This is your life. This is your place. You will not be driven out of there. I am not the kind of woman who just nods and moves on. I like it here. Hell, I was even led here. If that isn't a sign that this place is made for me, I don't know what is. True, you were led here by the barking dog. And besides, apart from making me uncomfortable, what did that invisible thing ever do to me? Chills and mornings, nothing else. That doesn't mean it can't become dangerous, but as far as I can tell, it hasn't shown any sign that it could hurt me. That is true. She's so logical, my god. I will not. In fact, maybe you should be the one to leave. It is a private property, after all. Ooh, I love that. Oh, the shape in front of me flickers a bit. I feel like it's displeased even before it talks. There is something else, a hint of, I don't know, frustration in the air? No, not frustration. Exasperation, perhaps. What does? Leave me alone. I don't want you here. Why? This isn't your place. I mean, it kind of is, but it's also hers. I put my fists on my hips and look at the shape directly in where I think its eyes would be. Okay, all for no's. Got it. Different impressions. Yeah, nah. I'm all for respecting boundaries, but I won't move 1 foot away from here just because some invisible rude entity ordered me to. You can't. I can't what? I'm not finished. The commanding tone I used in the operating room naturally resurfaced in an instant. Can't break out of habits that easily, huh? I'm here because I bought this land, and I will stay as long as I want and come back as often as I goddamn wish. Now, if you have a problem with that, you will drop the commanding tone and discuss it with me after we're done, and only after that, maybe I will consider it. Wow. Look at her setting boundaries. Hell yeah, I love that. The shape is getting a bit thicker, even enough for me to recognize the bluish tint it had on the picture. It's like I'm slowly zooming in on a very distant picture. True. Oh, so it's always been like right beside me? That's crazy. Now, if you're willing to be reasonable and polite, let's go back to step 1. Hello, weird presence. My name is Hope. I'm an aspiring photographer, and I bought this land a few weeks ago. I feel both ridiculous and badass. And when I extend my hand to the shape, both of these feelings get even stronger. And I have no idea which one is winning. I mean, I don't know, maybe for the hand thing, like a handshake thing, maybe ridiculous, but you are a badass. I'm not as calm and collected as I pretend to be, but I can't let myself be bullied away. Not without putting up a fight. Seconds pass and nothing happens, but I don't move. And I stare defiantly at a bunch of trees rendered bluer than they should be. And a little bit of checkered red and beige and some black, I think. I'm not too sure. He's got a beard? Has he got a beard? I can't tell, but Oh, it vanished. Hello, Hope. My name is Nathan. The shape moves and something extends, going through my palm without me feeling any contact. However, my hand is now cold and wet. And I died here years ago. Thank you for telling me that. Chapter 4, A Forgotten Phase. I dropped the heavy bag on the ground. Hello, Nathan. Are you there? Oh, it's another day. My heart's beating fast because I'm not sure what is going to happen. Okay, what is he going to say, and will I even get an answer? The guy's been switching between giving me the silent treatment or being assertive. Maybe today he'll try a new approach to get rid of me. Maybe. Let's find out. Give me some time to think, he said yesterday. If you really are coming back, at least let me have the rest of the day. Okay, what does that even mean? Not my first time dealing with a recluse, although I'm not used to them breathing and being corporeal and everything. Yeah. A ghost, an actual real ghost, that was something massive. I thought about it all night, barely got any sleep. Gosh, girl, you gotta sleep. Sure, I can't completely silence the part of my brain telling me that this isn't all an elaborate prank, but come on. Having the mind of a scientist is not about rejecting the supernatural. It's about following the trail left by the evidence. Okay, I like that. I like that. And even if it was leading me through actual uncharted territories, the trail was there. Indeed. I like her. I guess it's conceivable I was just hallucinating, but that's even further out of the realm of possibilities than the existence of afterlife. I guess? Yeah, I mean, especially considering the fact that it appeared in your photos, that's definitely gotta be something. I'm sorry, 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Also, I feel like we might have some, delay, maybe 40 seconds to a minute. Not sure, but it seems like it. Also, if I am unable to finish it in the next 25 minutes, the game, then I will take an actual break when the ads come in, and we can continue. It is only supposed to be 2 hours long, so I feel like it shouldn't take more than 3, but we will find out. I never had any instances of hallucinations, paranoia, or anything of the sort. Not a single other symptom that could be linked to brain damage. I mean, you're not gonna say about the proof that you have in your photos? Okay, I will get a brain scan though, just to be sure. Let's be honest, I don't think that's necessary. I trust what I saw. And the factual evidence I brought with me, like the 3 photos, exactly, now we're talking. Of course, that just changes everything. Everything. A form of life after death? I needed to experiment with that, and that's why I brought that backpack. Oh wait, something's, behind you. I am. The voice echoes behind me and I turn around. There he is, my ghost, with undefined features. I still get chills and the air is colder again, but the sensation is vastly different from what it was the last 2 times I was here. The hostility was gone, replaced by, I'm not sure, resignation, I think. It's a hard feeling to read, especially when it's not yours. True, true. For me, it's the opposite. I find it hard to read what I'm feeling. Am I right to believe that you're tolerating my presence? I can't help but get a little bit cheeky. That was a victory after all, and against an actual ghost nonetheless. Facts. I have never let any living beings boss me around since I've finished school, and now I can proudly say that being alive is not even a necessary condition. Hell yeah! You're like just a queen. Oh. How could someone without lungs convey such a genuine sigh? I know, right? It's almost like sigh is an emotion now. It's an emotional response. It's not a physical one. I would still prefer to be left alone, but I understand you have your reasons to come here. So I would like to suggest a compromise. Do tell. You can come here every day if you want, but I would ask you not to stay for too long. No more than half an hour per day? Half an hour? Sir, excuse you. That's like... Haggle. Haggle, I'm sorry. Haggle, please. Half an hour. I get he wants his peace, but I won't be able to do anything meaningful here in such a little time. Exactly. I mean, we could maybe like stretch it throughout the meetings and the half an hour sessions, but like, you know, why not just put it out there? Because that's how I really feel. Or think, I guess. Photography is about capturing the right moment, and I would be extremely unlucky if it were to happen during a poor 30 minutes per day. I don't want to make him suffer, but I need just a bit more time. Do you think you can go a bit higher, like, I don't know, 1 hour? I really want to capture the beauty of this place, and that's not something you can rush. I wouldn't know, but what seems not enough to you is a big step forward for me. Okay. Yeah, I believe you. I noticed your desire for solitude. For peace. Okay. And what am I, war? I like it. For a few seconds the waterfall looks a bit different, as if every drop of water is now jumping instead of crashing. I can't be sure, but I think he's amused. Interesting. You are definitely something. She's definitely something. Something you could handle for an hour? I will consider it. Let's consider this week a test run, or maybe a crash test. That sounds good. Thank you, Nathan. The wood and leaves around us suddenly feel brighter. Ooh, smile. I smile. He left his body behind him, but not his sense of humor, it seems. Alright. We'll think about some extended time later. That's if I even want to show up again, because I'm feeling a bit of rudeness around here. That is true. Oh, really? Oh wow, it must be the other ghosts then. Wait, there are others here? I turn around and scan the environment. Is he talking about the dog, or are there even more people like him? All of them invisible in the clearing. Haha, what? His laugh takes me by surprise. Both of us, actually. It's brief and loud like a bark. Oh, interesting. And ends as quickly as it started, and we both stand motionlessly, not saying anything. Both shocked into the silence by the sheer weirdness of the situation. Like, what just happened? That wasn't me. I didn't laugh. I don't know who laughed. Definitely wasn't me. So, what's the bag for? That was the poorest segue I've ever heard in my life. Oh yeah, my backpack. Well, that's for testing. I open it and what I hope is in front of him, revealing a bunch of instruments, a kitchen thermometer, 2 different cameras, tissue, salt, flour, a bottle of water, and a candle. Oh my god, I love that. I love that. Everything I could think of it in order to test some theories. I wonder what those theories are. The town nearby is pretty small, so I can't get something fancy like an electromagnetic detector or even a Geiger counter. What is that? I've never heard of that. Let me look that up real quick. This is my type of thing. Geiger counter? An electronic instrument for detecting and measuring ionizing radiation with the use of a Geiger-Muller tube? What is that? I am so sorry. Give me 1 second. I am back. I am so sorry. I heard something, so I kinda went to go check it. Okay. Let's see. Geiger counters are widely used to detect gamma radiation and X-rays, collectively known as photons. Wait, so do you like capture a photo of it or what? Does it capture a photo or? I'm gonna look into that later. Okay. I'm pretty sure I didn't even pronounce that right, to be honest, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll just order that online after some test. Hell yeah! There we go, testing. I thought you were a photographer, not a crazy scientist. Well, I have, you know, something of a scientist. I'm a surgeon. Was. Was a surgeon, yeah. It's a force of habit, it's fine. And I can't tell all these years studying medicine. I can't let all these years of studying medicine go to waste. I don't like the idea. That's understandable. I lift my gaze, thermometer in hand, and I can see him take a step back. While I was looking away, it looked like he got more well-defined. He did. True, that is true. I grasp more than the shape of his face, and in his eyes I see, for the first time, I see worry, turning quickly into an expression of surprise. You can see me? Yeah. Our eyes met, and that's a better answer than any I could have provided. I can see some of him. Most of his body is still blurry, but his face is one of a man now. You're not doing it on purpose? No, I've never even... He suddenly moves, dashing to the waterfall. Oh my god, his hair is so pretty! Gosh! Wait, what are you doing? I follow him and see him lowering himself to the water. I get it. He's trying to see his reflection, but for some reason I know it doesn't work. The sound of water rings a bit sadder now while he crouches on the bank. Wait, why don't you just come back? I can take a picture. Yeah. Oh, he's blushing now. You can? I think I can. Remember yesterday the camera could see your shape even before my eyes could. Come over here and stand still. My tone is soft, quiet, and I don't feel like if I were to speak louder I'd scare him away. He sounds so... I feel like if I were to speak louder I'd scare him away. He sounds so distressed, so scared, and so wonderful. I want to help. Let's take that picture, yay! I consider using my high-end camera, but I quickly shake the idea away. The Polaroid one provided itself to be adequate, and we are not in an experimenting mood. I lift my old camera and struggle for a few seconds against the focus, and finally I take the picture. I hold the picture while Nathan moves towards me, and I feel his impatience in the air, and the way the wind sweeps up the falling leaves. That's so like, I don't know, atmospheric, I guess. I would like see that in a movie. My hand is shaking, not because of the stress, but because it got colder as he got closer. Easy, easy, it will take a few seconds. Wow. His hair, my god. I don't want to glance at the photo before it's completely rendered, and I don't even want to glimpse it. I only want to see the result, for better or worse. That's me. It's even more defined than the one standing next to me. Not only I can see a face filled with apprehension, I can see his arms and a checked shirt. I could see the checked shirt last time too. That's you. I feel like the more time you spend with it, the more you will be able to see. I don't know. I almost forgot. It's been so long. Damn. I bite my cheek, not sure if it's the right moment to ask. My curiosity quickly gets the better of me, but I make sure to speak in a soft and careful voice. I wonder if she brings out a mirror, would he be able to see himself? I feel like that would be a good way for him to, like, see himself if he's been wanting to do that for a long time. How long has it been? I don't know. What year is it? It's October 2022. That's 13 years. God damn. I don't know how to respond, but as the silence gets thicker and thicker, I know it's the kind I have to break. Or maybe it's the kind I can't handle, which both of is valid. It's so easy to confuse both. Yeah. I cannot even differentiate between them, not gonna lie. personally at least. For me, it's all rooted in anxiety. Nathan, I'm so sorry. Don't be, I'm glad to. It's good to know. Nothing changes around us, but everything looks different. No cloud appeared or went away, but the sun feels a little brighter, warmer, while I still feel the cold air. Interesting, I'm not cold anymore. Do you want to keep the photo? Yes, I do. Can you just put it in my pocket? I don't think that... Oh, maybe. I look at him puzzled and a bit embarrassed, like that one time when, as an intern, I tried to shake the hand of someone we just amputated the day before. Oh my god. Oh my god. Everyone laughed at me, even the patient who was kind enough not to take umbrage at my mistake. Nathan would have liked him because he's laughing at me now with that weird but somehow precious bark. Interesting. I suppose you think that was a terribly clever idea. I can see and feel him smile at the same time, and here I was getting confused and feeling bad for the sake of that dead clown next to me. Stop smiling, that was rude. You know, I was being nice and... Yes, I know, I'm sorry. They're so cute. He's still smiling, but his expression is more gentle. I'm not sure if he really is sorry, though. I apologize. It's just that... for a second, his face seems to shatter in sadness. So much that I feel like I can't see his face anymore. But the memory of his body is replaced by a mixture of deep and sad feelings. Interesting. So maybe it depends on his emotional state, like if he's comfortable or content. I don't know. Maybe. But in a moment, it's gone. He looks at me with a polite smile, making me question what I saw. I can't help it, but I'll be more careful next time. Oh, because you think there will be a next time? I try to sound defiant, but I think we both know I'll be back. Yeah. Turn away from the biggest discovery of her era just because the ghost had been a bit of an asshole? What kind of a woman I would be? Oh, I think so. You will be back, and I can't leave, so we'll meet again. Hell yeah! He can't leave now, that's something interesting. Is he linked to the place? That would make sense. Why would someone choose to be here alone when they could be with their loved ones? You're not wrong, I guess, in a sense. And if you don't mind, I would like to end our meeting a bit early today. What happened was a bit much. That is completely understandable. Oh. You have enough energy to mess around and make fun of me, but now that it's serious again, you want to quit? I guess. Feeling so much is tiring, and I'm not used to tiredness anymore. Understandable, honestly. I'll make it up to you next time, but please hope. That's enough for today. His tone is polite and quite warm, but he doesn't fool me. Not while his mere presence still affects the area. He is indeed tired, but I can also feel a profound sadness, and I know concealed misery when I see it. Damn. She's so smart, so intelligent. Every hospital is full of it. Do you want to keep the damn photo before I leave? I could stick it between two rocks or something. That would be very nice. Thank you. I nod and search the place for a few seconds. It does not take me too long to find what I need. I crouch and set up the picture as said. I close to a fallen trunk, hoping it would block the wind. It should do. If not, you can just take it again. Hey, just a bit of advice. I turn around, lifting an eyebrow in a quiet response. Those clothes don't suit you, they scream bird. What the fuck does that mean? Something landowner gives off a bad vibe, no? Wow, look at him telling me what to wear already. That's crazy. Man, I swear. How dare you? Huh. I don't want to do that, but let's go with that. Look who's talking about fashion. Is that so? Well, thank you for your advice, but don't you have some ghost trees to chop down? Trees? What do you mean? You clearly went all in on a lumberjack trick. I can't wait for the rest of your body to appear so that I can see the boots. I'm not a lumberjack. You clearly look like one. Now, are you a fashion expert? Are you? He looks away, annoyed, but I can see a faint smile on his evanescent lips. Oh. I'm just trying to tell you that you're not how I thought you would be when I first saw you. You are nicer. Okay. That's nice. That's because you took the time to get to know her, you know? That's how it should be. Thank you. Still a bit too much upper crust though. What the? Okay, buddy. Saving Lives, Chapter 5. The following week, I'd come back to the clearing every day to take some photos and speak with Nathan. It took me 2 days to convince him to allow some form of testing, with my promise that I would be extra careful. The first thing I learned was that he can't interact with almost all of the real world. Okay. He can be seen and be heard, so his presence affects photons in some way I'm not able to test out, but I don't even know if he's able to have an effect on air. But you know that he does, right? Since we're not in a controlled environment, I can't say for sure if his voice is an actual vibration or it's something else. He can be heard on recordings, so that's a start. Oh my god. Wow, the way he communicates his emotions is also one thing I can't really test, at least for now. My first guess was pheromones or something like that, but I think that can be ruled out, maybe. My wild guess would be that it has something to do with electromagnetism in a way the human brain can interpret that, but that feels a bit far-stretched. I don't know, it kinda sounds right to me. He does have an electromagnetic presence, though. Just like in the movies, although that's not linked to where he was, but only where he is. Okay. Being a few meters away from him renders my detector mute. I have to be very close for it to detect anything. Temperature works the same way, but on a larger scale. The cold radiates from him and seems linked to his emotion in some way. Yeah, that's kind of what I was theorizing earlier about his own presence being visible, like his own visibility, I guess. Another thing the movies were right about is salt. Oh no, you tested it out. It somehow affects and repels him. A line of salt on the ground is something he can't cross and has to go around it. It's a wraith, oh my god. And while I definitely thought of that idea, I didn't try to throw salt at him. I don't want to hurt Nathan. I especially don't want to lose the trust we are slowly building. I understand that. And I want to help him. He hasn't really talked about why he's stuck here. But I know something is wrong. I can feel it. Does this look so much more clearer, or am I just tripping? I'm tripping, for sure, that's it. I still have more tests to run, but I will try to find a way out for him. Today will be about his possible weaknesses to iron. Oh my god, what is he? Oh, new clothes? No, and they're literally the same. What are you talking about? Oh, her. Oh my bad. No way you listened. That's crazy. I hear his voice the very moment I enter the clearing, and it takes me a few seconds to distinguish his transparent shape. I can see his whole body now. Wow. Well, since you seem like a real fashion expert, I thought I would copy your style and wanted to go all out on the flannel. Damn. Aw, are you still bummed about what I said about your outfit? I don't know, maybe someone would take it to heart when you tell them they look like a stuck-up bitch. I would not. I'm quite positive I didn't use these words. Yeah, you did not. But it came off that way. See, that would have been a great time to say I don't think that, and I still don't. Damn. Oh my, seems like you've caught me being ill-mannered. It's crazy how you change when you die and are stuck in the same place for years, I guess. I know he's not angry or hurt. In fact, I can even see his smile, and I can't help but mirror his expression. Nathan, one day you will have to understand that being dead is not your get-out-of-jail card. You can't play it every time you're backed into a corner. That is so true. He puts his hand to his chest, mimicking a great shock while looking at me with big round eyes. That's so cute. How insensitive. Weren't you a doctor? I was, but that's exactly it. I am not. A surgeon, yeah. And as a surgeon, it was my job, hell, even my wow, to pull people away from the grasp of death itself. Oh, that's where your prejudice against me comes from, I see. You don't like me because you can't save me? Precisely. Damn, I can't help but chuckle, and he grins through. The cold I feel around him now seems warmer than the forest itself when I'm alone. Aw. Anyway, new tests today. I hope we can figure them right now. I figure we can do them right now, if that's okay with you, before I start taking some photos. I found a great spot yesterday. I think the lightning would be great later. Test again. I should thank you. These are the only things that made me glad to not have a body. What? I'm confused. We wouldn't do them if you did. Have a body, okay. I like to start with iron. I've heard that pure iron can act on ghosts, and I want to. Oh yeah, I remember that TV show, the one with two hot brothers. Yeah, I never said that's where I got my information. You didn't need to. Has it ended? Yeah, quite recently actually. Something like last year or the year before that. Was it any good? Did they defeat Lucifer? Sort of. Depends, I guess. Oh yeah, they did, but he came back quite regularly. What? It's a complicated matter. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Actually, you really should. You guys should watch that together. Like, come on. Why don't you try and put your hand on that iron poker? I pull it out of my backpack, and he understandably doesn't seem too thrilled about that. Whoa, are these his nails? Oh my god. Go back. He makes a face while staring at the poker like it insulted his mother. Okay, yeah, about that. I'd rather we do something different today. Like what? You want us to take silly photos? I do wonder if I'm able to make weird faces based on the fact that I don't have an actual body, but that's not what I'm after. You can make faces. That's more of an emotional thing, I guess. He seems serious, so I dropped the banter. I'm not used to him sounding so grave. On the contrary, it didn't take me too long to notice that he's the kind of man who deflects every serious topic with a joke. Mm-hmm. Well, you come here every day to investigate, but it occurs to me that I know nothing about you. Oh, he's getting curious about her. I could say the same about you, can't I? We've never shared. You're right, but since I'm the subject of all your experiments, He's getting clumsy with his words, and his eyes dart away. Is he embarrassed about asking me? I would say so, yeah. He's flustered, too. You think you've put up with more than I, and therefore you don't have to be the one who shares first? Yeah, sort of. That's valid, too. He turns his back on me and waits a whole 10 to 15 seconds before answering. Take your time. It's kind of an analytical way to put it, but that's the spirit. Wow, that was a good way to phrase it. No pun intended. mm, no. No, he's got a point, yeah. Well, he isn't wrong. If we are keeping score, I can reasonably agree that he's done more towards me than me towards him, yeah. I've put him through lots of tests over the past days, and while he's not always a cheerful, willing subject, he's never flat out said no. Alright, time to get to know each other. And we've never really respected the time limit he insisted on. I was already staying for about an hour or so every day, and he doesn't complain or even address it. Damn. I mean, I guess he doesn't really realize the time either, because, the time would be different for him. I'm not sure. It's true that I'm doing all that for both a selfish purpose, the thrill of discovery, and the sincere desire to help him, but I don't think that evens it out. Yeah, sadly. Well, you do make a compelling argument. Do I? Yeah, you do. You're pretty smart still. And he really does look like a lumberjack, oh my god. Not very much at first, but now that better words were used to convey your feelings, it sounds very understandable. Mm-hmm. He turns around and stares at me with a mildly annoyed look. My bad, Nathan. Well, damn, must be my lucky day. I smile and stand up, closing the distance between us before standing next to him, facing the waterfall. What do you want to know? I told you already that I was a surgeon and that I bought this land. And that you're obsessed with photography. I'll have you know. Alright, we got another ad, guys. I'll have you know I'm trying to change a hobby into a passion. But yeah, I'm really interested in photography. Okay, I'm gonna take an actual break now, since the ads are going. Like 3 minutes, I guess. And we can continue for an hour. Be right back! Okay, I am back. Now let's read the chat recap. Let's observe the chat and its natural habitat. In the wilds of Twitch, we observe the elusive hope in their natural habitat. Okay. Grappling with spectral memories, the chat ecosystem buzzes with empathy and intrigue as viewers become part of the Autumn Spirit saga. Together they navigate the haunting landscapes of nostalgia and growth. Stay tuned for more eerie encounters and heartwarming moments. Interesting. Interesting, that's pretty good. Now, moving on to the game. For an hour. I'll have you know, I'm trying to change. Okay, I read that. Can you guys hear me? Hold on. Okay, yes. Well, that can be a start. Trying to ascend a hobby is not something you hear regularly. Why? I mean, I've been trying to kind of draw more and, you know, so, yeah. Why would be a good question? Oh, starting with the tough questions already, I know, right? It's nice to see we both struggle with internal expression. It is a tough one indeed. I'm not even sure I know the actual answer. Yeah, I only have leads, so to say. A starting point and an ending point, and where I am now. What is linking all of them? Well, that's the complicated part. That's exactly how it is for me. Redeemed ban word. Oh my god. How long is it? For like 5 minutes? Sorry, it's like not redeemed enough, so I have no clue. Ban word. 5 minutes. Alright. Do I have the timer in this? Let me see if I have the timer. No. Huh. Okay, so I'm just gonna set a timer now on my phone. 1 second. Where is it? Where's the clock at? Excuse me? The fuck? Okay, where's my older phone? See, right there. 5 minutes. Okay. The redeem starts now. If you say word, you have to say that you're a good girl. Okay. Okay. How would the fuck? How would it exactly be? Good girl part. I'm a good girl part. How would I exactly have to say that? Like, just that? Instead of instead of I'm a good girl. What the fuck? That is so tripping. That is so tripping. My god. Gosh. Okay, where's Twitch? Oh, there. What is linking all of them? Well, that's the complicated part. Short answer would be that I don't want to live my old life anymore, that I'm looking for something else. More fulfilling. More fulfilling than saving lives? You'd be surprised. No cursing. Okay. Do I say it like... Do I like try to blend it with the sentences, or Just replace it with the word I'm a good girl. What the fuck? I'm a good girl. No, you end the sentence with saying you're a good girl. Okay. I'm a good girl. Okay. I sigh. It's going to be a long and strange conversation to have with the ghost indeed. Saving lives is definitely something that gives you strength to get out of bed in the morning. Interesting. How long is the cursing thing? I'm a good girl for 10 minutes, okay. We'll just do another timer after this one ends then. Okay. You wash, you brush your teeth, get dressed, and get into your car thinking about how much good you're going to do today. Ha 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 ha, I love this. Of course you'll love this, junkie. I'm glad you're enjoying. It sounds cliche, but it's true. I know vast majority of people don't have a job that has an actual meaning to them. I know, right? You said the. When did I say the? Okay. I'm a good girl. I feel like I should specify exactly how I'm gonna say words instead of word. Can't say a word of your choice for the next 5 minutes. If I do, I have to say 1 or 2 words of your choice for the time left. I should specify exactly how I'm gonna say this. So confusing, goddamn. So many of them work because they have to, because they need to put food on table and forget about their dreams. To be fair, I consider myself amongst lucky. However, I know my feelings are valid, that what I'm about to say is justified, that I have every right to believe what I believe, to say what I say, to do what I do. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. And what I did. What did you do? I know no one but myself is able to judge me by my choices. Exactly, because only you know the whole thing. The complete circle of what went into it in and out. I know that. Actually feeling it is another matter. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm a good girl. It wasn't working for me. Well, it did at first, but as the years passed, something changed. I'm a good girl, but the timer has ended. So I'm gonna do another 5 for the accursed one. Let's go. Not gonna curse now. The has ended. The has ended. Clipped when you said it. Of course you did. It wasn't working for me. Thank you for the clip, Junkie. Well, it did at first, but as the years passed, something changed. Was it the work itself, or my vision of it? And if it's about me, is it because I realized something I didn't before? Or is it because I changed? See, you... Oh my god. You and I are so similar. God damn it. You said this so many times there. So say I'm a good girl after each sentence. Like, no, the timer ended. The 5-minute timer ended. Did you not hear the thing? Oh, okay, you're doing the ban again? Okay, cool. I'm a good girl. Now it starts again. I'm still not sure even if I believe just how slowly. Huh? I believe I just slowly learned how. Huh? Sausage was made? What? What? Oh yeah, it is a weird analogy for a surgeon to make. Could you please explain on that? You cursed? I did not. What? What do you count as cursed? I said what the? I didn't say the rest of it. Fuck you. Oh my god. Okay, I cursed. And I said duh because I'm such a good girl. A good girl. Okay. A good girl. Now I'm gonna curse again. What is my thing for cursing though? What did I put? I will include a word of your choice in my speech for the number of times I've cursed. Okay, so is that gonna be the same thing or what? I'm a good girl, I am. I guess. I am actually an expert in you. What the? Oh my god, Jesus. What do you mean by that? Okay, I'm a good girl. What? Okay, shut up, please. Please shut up. You said goddamn. Goddamn is a curse? Oh, oh my god, I said it again. I'm a good girl. I'm losing my mind. Help. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Why the silence? Why I'm a good girl? That's not what I meant. That's sure what it sounded like, girl. You made me lose it. Understandable. What did you even mean? So, in what way did your vision change? I don't know. Yeah, what? That's sweet. That's interesting. In what way did your vision change? You focused on good parts at first, people you saved, but after a while I started to think about the people that I didn't save. 'Cause I'm a good girl. I'm not talking about ones who die on operating table. That is always tragic and a heavy blow every time it happens indeed, but you are somewhat prepared for it. Yeah, because you're expecting it, sort of, even though you don't want it to happen. This is called shut up, junkie. This is crazy is what it is. What is this accent? As much as you can be prepared to deal with someone dying in front of you, I had my fair share of unavoidable deaths. At least that's how I learned to see it. If someone dies on my operating table, it means that either I messed up or that it was out of my hands. Yeah, just 5 more seconds of this torturous, no cursing redeem, and then I'm done. Except for 1 minute of word ban. Alright, curse is done. Curse has lifted. Now it's just a minute of wording. Former never happened, and the latter quite a few times. Sadly. But you learn to distantiate yourself from events that are beyond your grasp. I mean, with all that you have to, or else you'll go crazy. Some say it's destiny, that it was just their time to go. Others, fewer, say it's just tough luck. Either way, that's not your fault as a surgeon, and a burden is not yours to bear. We're all humans though, so we can't help but take a small shard of that burden. As a reminder, a keepsake to be better prepared when it happens again, kind of like a vaccine. Oh my my. Okay, word is lifted. I love you. Of course you love me. I don't believe you. How much points do you have, Junkie? Have you been saving all this time for this? Alright, 5 more minutes of banned, of internet censorship, of word that I cannot say. Because internet censorship. Or should I say redeem censorship? Okay, okay. We're all humans, though. Yeah. Actually, I really like this analogy. The vaccine one is pretty good. I wanna hold on. I'm gonna put it on Discord. What is this analogy? Hold on. Quotes. Where's quotes? There it is. We're all humans. Sticky keys made it sound okay. Train, thank you. We're all humans, so we can't help but take a small shard of that burden. God, it's so hard. We're all humans, though, so we can't help but take a shard of that burden. I'm typing it down for the quotes thing in my channel. Where the hell did it go? I'm a good girl. Don't go away. Don't leave me. So we can't help but take a small shard of that burden as a reminder, a keepsake to be better. As a reminder, a keepsake. To remember something? To be better prepared when it happens again, okay. To be better prepared when it happens again. You're just out there laughing, you're not even helping me type it. When it happens again, okay. I will have to provide context on it later. Kind of like a vaccine. I love this though. What the hell? I'm a good girl though. Like a vaccine? Oh, kind of like a vaccine, okay. You know, when I was like in, I guess, 9th grade? I think? Or... Yeah, 9th grade, I think. I didn't know that we were supposed to write quotes exactly as they are. So like, I would get less marks in my exams and I never really knew why that would be the case. So one time I got up the courage to ask this teacher, like, this is right, this is exactly what is mentioned in the book, you know? But like, it's in my own words. So she was like, oh, because you're supposed to write it exactly as it. She was kind of she kind of said it in a, you know, what do you say, colder tone. So I kind of was scared, but it's okay. I learned, you know, I learned. It's so hard. Like, why don't teachers give feedback? What is wrong with you? You're supposed to help us improve. How am I gonna improve if I don't know what I'm doing wrong? Okay, we're all humans though, so we can't help but take a shard of that burden as a reminder, a keepsake, to be better prepared when it happens again. Done everything right, I think. Did I say it? If I did, I don't remember, so I'm just gonna say that I'm a good girl because I am a good girl, I guess. Kind of like my vaccine. Okay, we're done. I'm gonna upload that later. Though, in case there's more to this quote. I slowly discovered it was part of the job. Oh shit, I'm a good girl. And I could accept that. Other things, however. Wait, did you do that again? Did you do the redeem again? When did you redeem that? Hold on. I'm a good girl, so I'm checking. Where's my activity feed? Alright. I can't see that in this. Can I see the timestamp? I can't. Okay, I'll just do 5 more, I guess. Alright. I slowly discovered it was part of the job and I could accept that. Other things, however. My real issue was all people that never make it to the operating table. Yeah. Honestly, being in a state like that is obviously bound to affect you. Those without insurance, those who don't trust system, those who try but are rejected for one reason or another. It's crazy. Those who are lost in the nightmare of paperwork because I'm a good girl. Those who can't even find a doctor to begin to understand what is wrong with them. It's crazy. All these avoidable deaths. Yeah. I sigh and lower myself, looking at my feet. It's not a happy conversation, and I feel that weight is still upon my shoulders, but it's not a hard one either. I've had this talk many times with people who supported me and some who didn't. It was painful at first, but now I know it's part of the healing process for me. They all could be avoided with a better understanding, more doctors, more hospitals, more trust, and the best way to fix pretty much all of that is money. The world sucks, and I am a good girl. It's all about fucking money, always, everywhere. It's crazy. But money had never been an actual issue. Problem was and always has been what people who had some were willing to do with it. Thought I could help. I mean, I'm not a CEO, but I'm privileged. Made a fair amount of money with my job, but it was never enough. NGOs can only do so much and only exist because of the inaction of the powerful, and even something as simple as giving money to friends in need was hard. Yeah. They didn't accept help, too proud, and I would have done the same. I'm a good girl. And with all that I had, I was nothing. The amount we needed is just way beyond my scope. And it's sadder because I'm a good girl, I guess. I don't know. I straightened my back and opened my arms, trying to encapsulate whole world between my hands. And out there in the world of big money, it's always about short-term profit. Not even just profit anymore, that's wild. Fixing this would take a tremendous amount of money and dozens of years. But it would be worth it, even if you're a monster who only cares about money. Every time you invest in health or even education, environment, and social aids, you eventually get that money back and much more. Because people will be happier, better educated, and better health, and will be more valuable assets to community. But we don't care about that, huh? Nobody cares about that. Valuable asset. I can't say that without a disgusted grin. Yeah. There's no sane reason to be against that, and still people die and suffer every day because no one with power wants to do right thing. I felt so lost between all that. so alone, surrounded by people who didn't care, couldn't be bothered to try, or were even more powerless than I'm. Feel like I'm somewhat in a similar situation of like with that, but mental state. I guess everything else as well, but you know, mental health more. I know some try and some succeed, but there wasn't anyone like that around me. My god, same! I finally look at him again. I got so lost in my speech that I kind of forgot why I was saying all that. It's okay. And to my surprise, or to my relief, he looks at me with understanding eyes. A melancholic smile on my face, and 5 more seconds until I'm free of this curse. It appeases me, and after a few seconds, without saying a word, I sigh again. The timer is up. I no longer have to say "duh" again. Duh is gone. The timer has ended. So I left, not because I want to fight. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's not my priority. I felt all of that behind because I just couldn't bear it anymore. I left all of that, my bad. Sorry, I left all of that behind because I just couldn't bear it anymore. It's as simple as that. Now I just want another life to try and find what I like, what other passions I could have. When you go through media school, you don't get to keep pretty much anything you like in your life. Sorry, medical school, my god. Wait, why don't you get to keep things that you like in your life? That's kind of weird. Excuse me? I take my camera in my hands and snap a quick picture of the waterfall. Photography was a hobby when I was younger. I even wanted to be a professional photographer when I was a child, ever since I discovered Life magazine. So, why not try to find something slow, steady, based on capturing and immortalizing the moment? To face the rapid decline caused by people rushing toward what is closest. It makes a lot of sense. I'm glad it does, Nathan. I'm glad you understand. His voice is soft like the wind in summer's dusk. Soft like the wind in summer's dusk. So like, really like whisper quiet in a sense and like warmer. I'm gonna try. Maybe this is the place for you. I really hope it is. Something like that, I don't know. Thank you, to be honest. I wasn't sure you'd be cool with that since you're, well, a ghost, I thought. I take a few seconds to search for the correct words. Given the circumstances, I thought he would be displeased I chose to prioritize my mental health against... No. People are understandable. Fighting for a better world. Shouldn't you be bitter, resentful that I have all this time ahead and I choose not to use it for the better? You are. He looks up to the sky with a faint smile, and while I feel melancholy swirling around us, I can't help but feel hopeful. Better is supporting yourself. Yeah, you have time, but I can tell you this. It's not what is good that counts, it's what's meaningful. I feel like anybody who is like going through something, anything, especially feeling lost and behind and shameful for taking time for themselves or not doing enough, I feel like they need to play this. He closes his eyes and everything seems to stop. Just for a second. Like the world around us gave us a break to process the weight of what we are feeling. And just as he opens his mouth to talk again, everything goes back to normal. Be happy, find what is right for you, and do it. If it helps people around you, the better. If not, that's also okay. The most important part of your life is your happiness. I don't answer. In fact, we don't even talk for a while after that. Just the quiet understanding. I don't know how long it lasts. 1 minute, 10, half an hour? I have no idea and I don't care. It's one of those silences, the rarest kind. The one that you love and cherish, that doesn't intrude between you, but rather holds you both, embraces you in a peaceful hug. I love that. The one you don't feel like you have to break. That's the silence we love, not awkward silence. You don't even have to, it goes away like snow, slowly disappearing until it is time to talk again. And there is no anxiety, like, oh my god. May I ask you one more thing for today? Ask away. That is such a me phrase. You said you were feeling lonely, so why come here, away from everything you despise, but also from everything else? Because nature is quieter and you don't have to worry about everything I despise. Being alone while surrounded by others is the worst sort of loneliness, but here isn't a place of solitude. It's a place of peace. Like you said, I look at him, giving him an understanding look. He gets what I mean and smiles, nodding in approval. It is. It's like an inside turn between them. What was his name? What are you talking about? Please, don't forget him! I've made some discoveries. I bet you did. He doesn't seem too thrilled, but I can't really blame him if I'm honest with myself here. I've been making discoveries for the past 2 or 3 days, and some of them were not as era-defining as I would have hoped. Girl, this discovery of you finding a ghost capturing a photo is enough era-defining as is, trust me. Though I still believe that discovering that his electromagnetism is linked to his cold temperature and that they're somehow related to magnetism refrigeration is still a big deal. That is a really big deal. That did not impress Sir Ghosty McGhostface here. Wow. Sir Ghosty McGhostface, wow. Who was still a bit grumpy about the iron poker test. Wait, what was the end result of that though? Which was, I confess, a great source of discomfort for him. Oh, for which I profusely apologized. So it is true. Iron does hurt them. I felt really bad about it. Still do, actually. That's natural. Trust me, you're gonna like it. Okay, and why is that? Because it starts with me looking like a fool. And people love when we look like a fool, huh? Why would I enjoy that? Because you make fun of me? Because you keep teasing me over and over again? Exactly. Nonsense. I'm the kindest guy alive. Wow, I don't know what to make of that. Are you though? We both laughed. He was quick to joke about his situation. But it's been a few days now that I feel he's actually been sincere with his jokes. Yeah. As if being dead was somehow getting increasingly funnier to him. Okay, tell me what happened. It all started when I met this college professor yesterday. Oh, there are no colleges. There are no colleges around here though. Huh. Did you die 13 years ago or in the 19th century? You know cars are a thing, right? I mean, yeah, unless they're actually flying nowadays. nowadays? That's a 3-hour drive. They're not. We're even struggling getting them to be electric, and even more so to stop producing fossil-based electricity. Fuck that shit, indeed. But yeah, I drove there because I don't know, bloody Discord is not a thing for this guy. Wow, we're using Discord? I figured. Discord? Yeah, Skype? Messenger? Oh yeah, I remember Messenger. Are we Wiz? Are Wiz still? What's a Wiz? Excuse me? Ah, oh god, no. What's a Wiz? Oh, I liked them. What's a Wiz? You did not. No one did. That's nostalgia talking. What is a Google? Wiz? Wiz? Yeah, what? No, what does Wiz mean? Yeah. Someone who is very good and successful at something? How? I don't think that's what they're talking about. I don't think they would actually use the correct term for this though, because maybe copyright, I don't know. Anyway, are you about to let me finish, or is it going to be another history lesson like when I mentioned superhero movies? No, sorry, I won't interrupt. Thank you. He was not ready for the state of the movie industry nowadays. Gosh. So, college professor, no flying cars, meeting. It was hard for me to get a meeting with someone that important, even without discussing the full nature of my intentions. I used my credentials as a doctor and said I have some questions beyond my caliber. Of course, the ego boost for them. Anyone with a degree is always happy to be smarter than someone else, especially if they also have a degree. He's a physicist, not world class, but hey, don't look a gift horse in the mouth? Huh? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Whatever that means. I know my stuff in the medical field, but when we're talking about actual physics, I'm not an expert. That's understandable. And don't even get me started on mathematics. Anything other than statistics is an absolute pain. Well, statistics are, but at least I studied it. True. Statistics can be managed. They're kind of fun to do. I like a few of them. Aside from the complex stuff, you know, that I don't know how to do. Anyways, I showed him the data I gathered the past days and asked him to help me interpret that. We had this long talk about what could explain all of these phenomena. Am I a phenomenon? No, you're Nathan, silly. You definitely are. Yeah, it's a Nathan phenomenon. But that guy tried his best to find an explanation. So much so that I got kind of a bit too much into it. To the point where I forgot a simple thing. What? Let me guess, you didn't submit the data as actual real things that you yourself observed. I might have excluded that part until I forgot I did. Oh no! Oh! When it was still in the realm of theory, the guy didn't mind, even if he made a point to remind me from time to time that it couldn't work out in reality. He probably thought I was writing a novel or something like that, but when I slipped up and started to ask how to help him, I lost all credibility very fast, and I didn't want to. You could have said, like, periodically, if I were to help him, how could I help him? I much prefer him to believe me rather than coming here and finding out. God, why? The question takes me by surprise. What do you mean, why? It's obvious I don't want him to know because why am I keeping him a secret when it would be in my best interest to just gather as much advice as I could, showing him to the world experts and everything? No. No, we're not doing that. He likes his solitude, you know that. Come on, we don't do that. But the simple idea of showing his photo to anyone feels so wrong. Exactly. There we go. I don't want him. I don't. Fuck. It's fine. I wouldn't want us to be disturbed. Because, like, she doesn't want to be disturbed either. Because she came here away from everything to be in peace. And he wants peace too, right? We have a good thing going here. And I don't want to lose that. With all the chaos. The hours we spent together? Yes, more than that. What we have, this friendship, it works and I don't want to ruin that. He looks at me without saying anything. Slowly, a faint smile blossoms on his face. I would hate for an army of old guys in lab coats to ruin the place every day. Exactly, see? They really want to laugh as often as you do. If you're trying to say that my sense of humor is trash, I'm not. I'm incredibly funny after all. Are you, though? The sheer seriousness of the delivery has me chuckling, thus proving his point. That is true. Yeah, maybe, or maybe it's only because I'm getting to know you, or at the very least, know how you act. You're getting somewhere with that, right? As a matter of fact, I am. Oh. I move towards him until I'm close enough to almost touch him, as if he had a body for me to feel. He's curious but not puzzled, as if he already knows exactly what I'm about to ask. Nay, I would really like it if you could tell me about you, who you were. Does it really interest you? You were telling me the story about that physicist. Who cares? He thought I was making things up, threw me away, and now I'm back to step 1 on how to free you from this place. With just picking up stuff in obscure library books on weird websites. And TV shows, but I'm not going to say that out loud. No, I don't want to insist, actually. That's a lie. I do want to insist, but I won't if you don't want me to. I would really like it if you were able to talk to me. I see him getting all conflicted about it. He keeps his gaze on me, but his body is shifting like he wants to turn around and run away. Yeah, that makes sense because, like, maybe he doesn't want to go away, you know? He doesn't want help like that. That's scary after all. He doesn't move, and I can tell he's doing his best to stay composed. The result is just him being stiff. Almost ready to face some danger. My question triggered a fight or flight, wow, I just said flight or flight response, and I think he's about to pick the fight choice, so I don't say anything. Not a word. I don't want to influence his decision. I hope he opens himself up to me like I did a few days ago, but if he does, it should be of his own volition. That is true. I said my piece, and now I wait. If I assume you want to talk about how I died, don't you? Okay, we are on, and this is already a rocky terrain to tread on. That's far from the only thing I want to know, but I would like to, yes. That's understandable, but I don't. I can't say that's a surprise. You can't expect someone to openly talk about their trauma, especially when it's actual death. To be honest, I don't know if that is the worst thing that can happen to you. I've seen so many people broken in so many ways. You get used to that. It's a crazy thing to think, but you do get used to that. I get it. I'm not sure how long this is gonna be, but there's gonna be an ad in like 12-ish minutes. But here, there are stories I heard dozens of times, and they always hurt you in the same way, no matter how you try to steel yourself. It pierces your armor like butter, stabs you in the heart, and makes you lose all hope, even if it's just for a minute. I only ever witnessed that kind of pain and trauma, and I've never died, so maybe I'm wrong, and in a way, I hope I am. I like this, because it's painful, and I love pain, apparently. I really wish death would be the worst thing. It's not, though. Of course, I don't want to hurt you, but maybe you'd like to talk about something else? Like your work as a lumberjack. I try to lighten the mood for both of our sakes, and I feel like it works. Then his body language changes in an instant, and he looks at me with grumpy eyes, but I know he feels more at ease this way. I was not a lumberjack, lady. I've never even cut down a tree in my entire life. I feel like that's a lie. I mean, yeah, you're dressed like a total lumberjack. It is. I did on many occasions, not helping my father even when I was a kid, but that's not remotely the point. He slowly sits on the ground and smiles. I went. Yeah, you did. I was a park warden. Oh, I see. Was it this park? A forest ranger, so to speak, was working in the national park east of town for around 10 years. I started right when I turned 18 down. Ah, like Walker, Texas? No, okay. His denial was firm and quick. I guess he's heard that comparison many times before. God damn. That is not an accurate depiction of the job. I can't stop a chainsaw with my bare hands. Yeah, that is true. You can't do that. Nobody can. Wasn't that in the movie Forest Warrior, not the TV show? Don't know, don't care. Love this. Okay, so that's a topic to avoid. So, park warden, it suits you. I believe it did. Many who start ended up quitting because the job is not how they envisioned it. They were hoping for action, car chases with poachers, tracking dangerous beasts, and observing thriving wildlife every day, but that's not how it works. It's quiet, lonely job, most of the time even boring. Wow, that sounds nice though. And yet, he can't help but smile when he tells me this, and beyond his cold presence, I feel a deep warmth engulfing both of us. You seldom meet people toured by local guides, but if you do, you feed them some information, issue some warnings on littering and everything. Okay. And by the way, tourists can be a plague because they sometimes leave shitty shot from their Polaroid and that thing doesn't go away easily. Shitty shot? Oh my god. Okay. It's not biodegradable at all. You want it to be biodegradable? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know, but I pay attention to that. I know. Have I ever yelled at you for littering this clearing? Okay, I thought we were talking about the photo she left for him. You didn't, that's true, but I'll add that I bought this Polaroid at an antique shop. So, my hope is that it's more environmentally friendly to reuse than buying a brand new camera. You're probably right, and besides, that's only a small part of the job. Not many aspiring photographers even use that kind of camera. Yeah. And you don't really ever meet anyone in the woods. I can easily picture him doing that kind of job. He's good company, but I can tell he's a lonely type. The sort of guy who enjoys having some company, but finds solace in those moments where they're alone. I get that. Nothing is supposed to happen, and you patrol most of the time alone with your radio in case you need some backup. Of course, if everyone respected the peacefulness of nature, we wouldn't need wardens. So yeah, some action does happen from time to time. It can even be dangerous. Poachers are armed and ready to kill, so to a point where animals and humans alike barely make a difference. That is messed up. I never got shot, but shot, but I had a gun pointed to me once. Damn, that's scary. There's no bravado in his voice when he tells me there's no pride in narrating that he was in danger but survived. He talks about it like it was an event. Not a happy one, of course, but something worth worrying about. Not something worth worrying about, okay. Were you scared? I was, almost pissed myself when I heard the click of the firearm, but nothing happened. I called for backup and I spotted them, they were quick to join. Hell yeah. To be fair, I was more scared for my dog than I was for my own life. So you do have a dog, and it was your dog. Oh my god. The dog's the Cupid. You had a dog? The barking I heard the first day I came here immediately came to my mind. I never mentioned that sound to him now that I think about it, but it couldn't be a coincidence. I know, right? It wasn't hurt, right? Oh, he turns his gaze away from me, and I feel his emotions shifting, replaced by thoughtful melancholy. I would have said sadness, but it wouldn't be accurate. It's a feeling beyond that. Oh my god. The difference between an open wound and a scar. No, he wasn't. Okay. The idiot kept barking and growling, but I was fast enough to grab him and hold him tight. They would have shot him if he tried to attack, but I was there. What was his name? I hesitate for about a second. The memory of the invisible dog keeps flashing in my head, and I'm afraid to understand what it means. Me too, but I want to understand. And even if I'm wrong, it's been 13 years since Nathan passed away. His dog, most probably wasn't around anymore. How do I pronounce that? Ulysses? The mere name seems to shake him to his core, as if the sound crossing his lips carries a heavy weight. What happened? So heavy that now that he's said his name, he looks empty. Damn. Let him embrace his emotions. It's a beautiful name. That was a beautiful dog. Nothing changes. He doesn't even move, but he feels smaller, younger, like a young adult, maybe even a small boy. I always was his favorite. Dad was a pack leader, of course, but the food provider, but I was his best friend. He could learn any trick and understand any order, but damn him if he was gonna sleep anywhere other than in my room. That's real nice. I feel like tearing up, but I can't help but smile. Somehow I can perfectly imagine the scene, even if I don't know what Ulysses looked like. Or how Nathan's room was. Me too. When I close my eyes, I can almost see father figures holding a big dog out of Nate's room, only for him to come back a minute after and snuggle on the back. So cute. He followed me everywhere and somehow always knew where I was because of your scent, silly. But boy, how dumb he was for anything other than me and my dad. We always said he had great social intelligence but lacked everything else. I understand. This conditional, pure, heartwarming love, the kind you can't really have for humans. I had a dog when I was younger too, and the memories I have with him will always hold a special place in my heart. How old were you when you got him? His eyes seem to go blank for a second, and when he responds, it's a mix of pain and anger. Anger? We got him a little after my mother left, about a year after, I'd say when I was 16. I think Dad realized that it was hard to heal. I don't say anything. I'm afraid that if I do, it will scare him away and shut him down again. I tried his best, but I'd say he didn't have the right tools. Yeah. We don't a lot of the times. He somehow managed to raise me right, but we didn't really keep in touch, even though we were still living in the same town after I moved out with Ulysses. Pretty sure that's not how it's pronounced, but bear with me. My dog was our only topic of conversation for a while, and we kind of stopped talking, and I regret that his words dry in his mouth while his eyes. It's hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure he's about to cry. Does look like it. He's already crying, actually. And I don't know what to do. I want to grab him and hold him in my arms, stroke his hair until he lets it go and slowly calms down, but I can't do that. My only reaction is to try and hold his hand in mine, but I go right through him, feeling the cold and wet sensation of dipping my hand in freezing water. I don't want to talk about it anymore. That's completely understandable. It's okay. He senses my hand and unknowingly mimicking my gesture tries to hold it. To no avail. Oh. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm stayed. I don't want this. I never did. I'm so sorry, Nate. I really wish I could help. You are, in a way, seeing you every day. It helps a lot. I just wish. His words take a while to come out. He's not searching for them. No, this is different. They're stuck in his throat as if he were afraid to say them until they escape from his mouth, running away in one short breath. I just wish I could have met you when I was alive. Sad indeed. Chapter 7. Why? Okay. I think we are gonna have to end this on this note because I'm getting tired, but like I also want to keep going, but like I don't know how long this is gonna take. Oh my god. What do they say when you have ruled out all of the possible explanations? Let me save this. Right here, chapter 7, 2 hours, 10 minutes. And this is 3 hours, so that's an hour. I finished 6. God damn. I can't say that I ruled out every scientific possibility. In fact, I hadn't conducted any big experiments on Nathan despite knowing him for 3 weeks now. I mean, all those experiments you did conduct were still kinda big for him, you know? So I wouldn't say I didn't conduct any big experiments, technically. Everything I tried on paper didn't make any sense and wouldn't work even theoretically and could have, at best, unpredictable consequences. At worst, I don't know. Making Nathan disappear was kind of the point in a way. He's stuck here with the living, where he doesn't belong and where he can't be at peace. Helping him is akin to making him go away. But I believe there are different ways to handle that. Allowing him to leave is way different than, I don't know, killing him again. That is true. Yeah. I decided to try a different approach and to try and trust what seemed at first like unscientific theories interesting. That's what I thought in the first place, but now that I know ghosts are real, I can accept the fact that they must have been witnessed before, and that some of the stories we know of today are based on real observations. Yep, that is true. It does seem like it, at least in this game. My work was to separate the wheat from the chaff. Wow, so much metaphors. From what I was able to test and confirm, I could easily rule out some sources, but since it's all stories, I was never able to find a book or a ritual that coincided perfectly. Yeah, it's gonna have to be trial and errors, but hopefully nothing too bad. There's always a few variations, some parts that don't work out together. But from what I got, it's not about doing anything concrete, it's about feelings. feelings I saw in Nathan. Regret. Gosh, this hurts. And that's not revolutionary to say that ghosts are stuck in the living world because they are held back by something in their life. Apart from that fact that their existence is a revolution. But that's neither here nor there when you're trying to help one, yeah? We didn't talk about his life after that day when he talked to me about his dog and his father. I wanted to, but it was easy to understand that he didn't. I mean, yeah, that would be kind of painful for him, seems. I wish he was able to, because the pain I felt that day, it's been haunting me ever since. Oh, nightmares. We're having nightmares. Also, I like this effect on the font. Oh my god. Hold on. How did they do that? Was it? It is. What the fuck? I didn't know you could. Okay. Interesting. I want that effect on my texts on the game if I can manage to do it. Been sleeping like shit since, struck by new visions in my sleep. I guess I empathize too much because I sometimes dream that I am in his place, stuck in this clearing with nothing to help me get out. I can't leave, I can't interact, I can't even be heard, but so many people are passing right by me. My mom, my dad, my ex, my very first patient. Very first patient, interesting. I try to talk to them, but they can't hear me. They just go on their way, never noticing that I'm here and that I need their help. That I want to tell them so many things. That I love them, that I wish they were happy, that I'm sorry, that they should have done better. Yeah. Everything that weighs on my heart is stuck in my throat and it only gets heavier. And when I don't wake up from that, the usual contenders come back and ruin my night again. Even that terrible thing with my teeth and the surgical threats. Oh my god. There's clearly something in your dreams. That's kind of crazy. That's how what? With the vision of me pulling the string and slowly pulling every tooth in my mouth out, one right after the other. Surgical string and pulling, what the fuck? I ended up with the most disgusting necklace in my sink, covered in blood until I felt the string being tied to my tongue. I woke up when I started to pull again like a bloody maniac. Damn. It's easy to understand why the intensity ramped up. I was so stressed, so obsessed with finding a way to deal with this whole situation. I mean, sorry about that. Okay. Why did the music pause? Excuse me, what happened here? And thus, I did some research, more private than the previous one. Private than the previous ones. Interesting. I hesitated for a long time, but I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. That I was failing him and myself at the same time, so I had to try harder. Of course. I am interested to see what she did, like what she tested and stuff. It wasn't hard to dig up info on Nathan, obviously, and to find a related news article. I had the place and the year of his death. He died in that river below the waterfall. They say he drowned, probably because of hypothermia. Okay, it happened in December 2009. Another ad, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna read the chat recap, then drink some water, and then get back onto this. And hopefully by then the ads will have ended. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Send help. Anyways, meanwhile, let's catch up on chat. Hopes chat is a spooky mix of nostalgia and this is what you said earlier, Frosty. Okay. And spectral shenanigans. As we wander through the autumn spirit category, okay. The ghosts of past dreams are okay. Literally the same as before, sort of, or like a combo of both. Whether it's a hauntingly good play or a chillingly close call, the chat is alive with the echoes of laughter and gasps. Join in as we exercise those old fears and embrace new thrills. Hell yeah! Let's see where this exorcism takes us. Hopefully nowhere too bad. I'm sorry, 1 second, guys. I forgot the ads were going on. I didn't have to say sorry. It's fine. Sorry anyways. I'm gonna drink some, I guess, green tea that's gotten cold now. Okay, we are officially back and continuing this. I can do it for like 30 more minutes max. Okay, so we also got Nathan's last name from the same article, and since this isn't too big of a town, it only took me half an hour to find the name of his father and where he lived. Okay, we're going the traditional way, let's go. I couldn't find his phone number. I guess he opted to be scratched away from the directory. I guess. Journalists and other snoobs like me were probably too prompt in calling him to ask questions. I didn't do anything more for now. I'd like to speak with Nathan about that first, or at least to probe him about his father. Okay. Maybe I could bring him here, have them talk, and hopefully resolve their past issues. Hopefully. I don't know. I feel like same. I did something wrong. Let's be optimistic, shall we? Let's go. I feel like I did what I had to. I didn't have a choice anymore. I know it's gonna be hard for him to process all of that, but you can't heal without a bit of pain, or at least effort. I don't get why he's sheltering himself, building himself a wall so that he doesn't have to deal with whatever he regrets so much that he can't leave and be at peace. Maybe in his situation I would do the same. I probably would. Yeah, exactly. But that doesn't mean it's the right decision to make. Yeah, true. I mean, he kind of has a push for him, like you are pushing him to do it. So that's good, I guess. He sort of has a support system. that doesn't mean that he's not hurting himself way more right now by pushing away everything too painful. Yeah. And I can't. I don't want to see him suffer anymore. Not after what I witnessed the other day. His pain is so deep that I can't turn away from it. I have to do something, no matter the cost. That's kinda scary, but she's not wrong. Are you okay, Hope? You seem a bit lost today. I'm okay, but I'm worried you're not gonna be okay after what I tell you. I shake my head. I got so deep in my thoughts that I spaced out for quite some time, as it seems, judging by his concerned look. Oh yeah, actually, no, not exactly okay. My nights are painful these days. Nightmares again? Mm-hmm. He gives me a compassionate smile while getting closer. Even more so than before, not pretty ones. Do you wish to talk about it? I can't say that I do. I turn my gaze away, but I can still feel his eyes on me. I must really look like shit today. I've never seen him worry so much about me. I mean, it is what it is. You've been having nightmares, so it definitely is hard to sleep. Maybe you'd like to take more photos? I don't have your eye, but I think you could take some great shots from the top of that tree. You see that big branch? I'm sure it could support your weight, and with the lighting we have now? Thanks, but maybe not today. I'm not in a photo mood. I get it. You're more worried about him. You've not been in that mood for quite a few days now. No, it's not that. He seems to understand me really well now, so maybe let's slowly approach the subject. Maybe. Let's see. There is no point in hiding how messed up I feel if he's able to tell that from the start. I have trouble seeing the beauty in this place lately. You do? That's not a question. And judging by his expression shifting from concern to sadness, I believe he already has an idea of what's going on. This clearing, the more I'm here with you, the more I come to it. Come to loathe it. My god, that's a bit rough. That's harsh. That's painful. But I guess I don't know if that's true though. Cause she only talked about nightmares, not about him, so. And that's because of me, right? No, not because of you. Not exactly. Okay. That's because of what you're going through. This place, it's... Okay, that makes sense. His emotional state is affecting the world around him, so... Yeah. I open my arms far and wide like I'm trying to encompass the whole place. It's a prison for you, and I'm so pissed you're stuck here. I could be stuck in a far worse place. I mean, not wrong, but still, don't let my situation change the way you see it, so... Please, it is gorgeous, it is peaceful, it would be a shame to forget all that. I slowly shake my head and unintentionally lay my eyes on the waterfall and the river below it. I get what you're saying, but I can't anymore. I can't find the beauty in the place you drowned and have been stuck in for 13 years. And yeah, it's objectively beautiful, which makes it even worse. It has no right being so serene, so sweet, when it's the source of your pain and your... Oh god. Oh no. I suddenly stop and look up to Nathan. He's frowning and his stare is sharp. It's gotten really cold. Sorry, maybe I went too far. I didn't want to. What did you say? His tone takes me back. Just like when we first met, he was demanding me to go away. Confused and shocked, I take a step back. What do you mean, Nate? What is going on with you? Splitting. I heard that right, didn't I? You said that I drowned here. Oh no. No, 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 no. Mate, wait, I can... Fuck, I screwed up. Oh my god. I was so focused on what to do and how to tell him in a soft, progressive way that I... Please, no, that can't be happening. I can't have messed up that gravely. I want to say that you didn't mess up. And you didn't, but... He's got some issues he needs to process, girl. Look, I was only trying to find how... You knew damn well I didn't want to talk about it. That was not an invitation for you to... Okay, can you fucking calm down? He turns away and grabs his hair, scratching in a desperate motion. I take it as an opportunity to say my piece. Yes, I did look up some information on you, and I'm sorry you found out that way. Sorry I found out that way, or sorry I found out at all. She was gonna tell you. Come on, can you like... You know what, you guys, both of you, go away, take a deep breath, whatever, you know, and then come back to it. I was going to tell you. What do you think I went this far? I have no idea. That's the whole problem here. It sucks because I understand both of their perspectives, so like I don't know what the fuck to do. Intruding on my life, tearing down the one thing I didn't want to talk about. Yeah, the reason is a big Y written in golden neons. Golden neons, damn. Yeah, the reason is a big Y. I don't want to let you suffer because you're suffering. Every day when I come here I'm happy because I can talk to you, and every time I leave I'm devastated because you're staying here alone night and day with no one to help you. I'm not suffering. Are you though? Is that true though? You are. You are. I know it, and you damn well know I do. You're in pain. Well, thank you, because right now I don't feel pain anymore because of how angry I am. Was that the point? No. How was scrolling through necrology articles going to help me in any way? I was trying to. I don't know what's happening anymore. I feel burning hot and freezing cold at the same time. My eyes are tearing up and my voice threatens to crack, but no tears crosses my eyelids. I'm on a tightrope during a storm and I don't know which side I'm going to fall. And neither of the sides are pretty to fall through. Right? At least right now. I want to help you. I really do, and I thought, here we go, the moment where I ruin everything. Oh no. Oh no. Please. Oh. Okay. Thought you would like to see your dad. It looks like everything suddenly stopped. I know, it didn't. I can't even see some leaves being blown away by the wind, but both of us are stuck in time. In a place where nothing happens and we can't look away from each other. I can't even move or say anything. I'm not sure I'm even breathing. I just wait for him to answer. I can't help but hope he will understand my reasons. Oh no. What's going on? He seems not that angry for some reason. He finally moves and steps back. Oh, he feels Okay. Okay. I feel everything break in me. I want to rush forward, hold him, but my legs refuse to listen. Tell me you didn't contact him. No, of course I didn't. I wouldn't do something like that without telling you. Maybe I would have. I don't really think I'd have it in me to take that kind of risk, but I can't say it didn't cross my mind. Hey, thoughts do not define who you are, it's the actions or what you want to be that defines you. I don't know what you're capable of doing anymore. Understandable. That's not true. You know me. Do I? Do I? I would never have been able to even consider you would be so insensitive. I did that because I care about you. They both are matching each other's energy so well. Oh my god. I didn't raise my voice on purpose. The words tumbled out of my mouth without going through my brain, and I can feel a terrible empty rage filling my lungs. Oh no. I fell from that rope into anger. What you think? What? You think I didn't know how you would react? That I didn't consider how it would hurt you? And yet you chose to do it anyway. Of course I did. How else would I have been able to make any progress? What choice do I have? No, do we have any more? Huh? Would it have been better to build some experimental, I don't know, energy polarizers or something and press the on button hoping it would dispel you out and not put you in eternal pain? Oh yeah, let's just creep on the internet, find out how the poor man died, and dig up his father's address without even asking him if he's okay with the plan. You wouldn't happen. I shouted these words so hard that I hear a volley of birds flying away in terror. Oh my god. Nathan is shocked and looks at me like I'm dangerous. Huh? Okay. You wouldn't. You're afraid, and I can't do anything for you if you don't let me. Exactly. I'm tired. And I don't want this anymore. I just want to go home, forget about all of it, cry myself to sleep until the nightmares wake me up again. You're right. For a split second, against my better judgment, I find myself hoping that he finally concedes, but that doesn't last. The air around us is colder than it's ever been. The grass even starts to freeze. Oh my god. You can't do anything if I don't let you. I'm gonna get a death end. And I won't. Ever. Oh my god, he's way more visible. I want to yell, but only a whisper comes out of my mouth. Fine. Enjoy your peace. Down. Alright, I turn my back on him and walk through the clearing to disappear into the trees again. I don't even want to look back. Understandable, honestly. That was kind of... exactly that. Exactly. They don't matter. I tried so hard, even lost sleep on this, trying to help that ungrateful prick, only to take a bigger toll on my mental health. Yeah. What was I thinking? Why did I even come here in the first place? I wanted to get away from a life where you give, and give, again, and all of that for nothing more than a drop in a river. I threw my health away back then, and the moment I came here, I found another poor soul. I got right back to my old habits. Damn. Okay, we gotta break the cycle and never go into that forest ever again. I'm a fool, the biggest there is, without a doubt. I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be anymore. But I wouldn't be anymore, okay, I won't, oh my god. I am getting sleepy. But I won't be anymore. I won't make the same. You okay? Oh, okay. I fell and I'm covered in mud. I didn't even notice it started raining. Well, that's just great. And here I thought this evening couldn't get any worse. No, I don't want to think about that, about him, all of this was a mistake. The second biggest mistake of my life. Oh, the first would be the surgery part, I believe. What was I thinking? Getting involved in his life, it's way out of my league. Not even my concern when you think about it. I wish I never came across this. I jump in surprise and look around, panicking for 1 second. It's that dog, the same dog that led me there in the first place. The one who never showed up ever again after the first day. And since he led me there before, I know what he's trying to do now. Lead you back there? And I won't. No. No, stop that. You don't get to show up now, exactly. I said no. I hear a whimper. What was left of my heart instantly breaks and I fall to my knees. Oh my god. That small sound was enough to dispel all traces of anger. And the funny thing about anger is that it's only ever there to hide something else. That is so true. Oh god, I am so sorry. I let the words flow out of my mouth again, but I can tell they're not only for the dog. I extend my arm before me where I think the dog should be. The dog. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. Ulysses. Something cold and freezing, just like him, passes through my hand, but I still don't see anything. It doesn't matter. He's here. You want me to go back there, but you're wrong. He doesn't want me around anymore. The last mark is so energetic, it almost makes me jump to my feet. Just like with him, I sense the air moving and shifting, telling me of how he feels better than words can, or for that matter, barks could ever express. That's funny. I like that. And I am showered with love and hope. Well, let's find out if it is hopeless to hope or it was the right thing. You might be a bit too hopeful, my boy. I really hurt your friend. I hear a faint squeak and I picture the dog tilting its head to the side in a puzzled look. I didn't want to, but I did, very badly. And I just follow the dog at this point. I won't let myself get away that easily. You really are something. You must love him very much. I smile, and it's a painful one. Of course it is. I feel like it breaks any mask, any sort of facade I have ever put on my face. I finally cry as the first teardrop merges with the rain. I realize I deeply needed this. Alright, I'll go back to Nathan. I rise and stand unassured, but with a renewed determination. I won't abandon him. I don't want him to abandon me. Thanks, Ulysses. You're a good boy. Okay. Snap. Oh my god, my throat. Okay, I have to end at this point. My throat is dying and I'm too tired. I'm kinda slurring my words. So I feel like this should be done in less than an hour. Tomorrow, I'm gonna continue it tomorrow. So it should be fine. Let me just save real quick. God damn. God. I do want to finish it right now though. Fuck. I don't know how long is it gonna take. Do we like get to see word count that we finished? No. Maybe in history? I think I'm gonna add a word count thing on my game. Okay. Not sure if this is gonna end anytime soon. Okay, I don't think it's gonna end anytime soon, so we are gonna end the stream today for now. And I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow with this game, and I don't know if I'm gonna play this one because like this is the other game that I was gonna, not the other, this is like, hold on, the game that I decided to do for like tomorrow, because it's like story Sunday, right? And then we do visual novels specifically on that day, but like every day is visual novel pretty much, so like whatever. But basically this is what I was gonna do. I'm just gonna close this game actually. Tomorrow. Okay. This is what I was planning on doing tomorrow. I think it's only like 5,000 words, which is way less than 30,000 words, which this visual novel is. So I feel like it shouldn't take us more than 2 hours at least. Oh. And this is what I was gonna do. It's loading. You killed us. Your fault. But maybe I will save this for October now. I don't know. Or September. And we can just like do how much ever is left of the Autumn Spirit, and then do Angels of Death for like, I don't know, until like I hit the 3 hour or 3:30 hour mark, something of the sort. We will see about that. But anyways, that is gonna be it for today. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you Anbu and Drinky for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you everyone else, and also thank you for the sub and the redeems and the clip, Chunky. I really appreciate it. And I think that is all that I have to say. Hi, what are you noting down? How are you doing, by the way? How have you been? Credits. It's nice to see you. Did you just like wake up? There is delay on my stream for some reason, like a minute I think, sadly. Or more? I don't know anymore. But yeah. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Tripping. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good morning and day. Tragic and have a good time, I guess, everybody else, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm so bad with ending, gosh.